Hey everyone, Brian from 3 Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey guys, what do you tell 2 witch girlfriends who keep jumping in the air?
What?
Get a broom.
Oh.
It takes forever for that song to come in.
It sure does.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas as a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log. But
It's Mother's Day, all that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son. Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the Lightning.
We named the dog Indiana. I am your father.
That's why we have you here, Tito, to fill in those awkward moments of silence.
Happy to do it.
I'm just thrilled.
Yeah.
Thrilled. Thank you. Master of your
He's
craft.
the best.
Hello and welcome to another spellbinding episode of 3 Geeky Dads, the show with both Eye of Newt and Ballsack of Squirrel. I don't even remember writing that. Wow, I am Mark, and with me as always are the Bubble and Toil to my trouble.
Derek.
And Brian.
And also joining us, as always, to say F you to math and the accuracy to our show title, the man whose broomstick all the ladies want to ride. What the hell was I thinking? Tito.
Splinters.
It's Tito, yeah.
Hey.
How you doing? I
I'm all right. I'm doing
I
pretty
paint
good.
you always as a ladies' man.
I got a lady for sure
You
at
do.
home. I
You
got
do.
her pregnant twice.
Well, that's good.
She didn't
So,
leave.
2 rides at the
At
very
least.
They've done it at least twice.
Twice, yeah.
At least.
Oh, I can't miss. Every like 7 to 9 years. Baby?
Tito Rivera, no stormtrooper.
Bam!
E.
Yeah.
Bam! Pregnant.
Just like Luke Skywalker with that Death Star at the end, huh?
That's
Use
it.
the Force, Tito.
Like
Let
Cotton
go.
Wild Brats. Like Cotton Wild Brats.
Yeah. And power
That's
converters,
it.
man.
You just got to feel your way through it. It's like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan said.
That's right. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. That's it.
A wretched hive
Or
of
you're
scum
like-
and villainy. Oh, wait, no.
Or you could miss.
Or,
Feel like Tommy
Leia said,
Wiseau
there's
in the
an awful
room.
lot of moisture in
and
here.
Bang the belly button.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought. Star Wars is full of dirty lines, Tito. You gotta...
That's right. Like, I have a bad feeling
I never
about this.
noticed.
Oh, no. That's not really bad. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I
Into the garbage chute, flyboy. See?
The poop chute. Yeah, all right. I can see that.
Keeps
Okay.
coming.
I don't care what you smell. Get in there.
That's it.
Wow.
And they're all from Leia.
Oh, Houtini in Jawa. That's very dirty.
Yeah.
Right? Jawanese. What do they speak? Tatooinese?
Tatooine.
Jai?
Jawanese? Jai?
Huttese?
Jai Courtney? I don't know.
Jawa.
No. All right,
I think
well,
they just speak Jawa.
There's probably a word for it, though.
Yeah, they sound very similar to Ewoks. Nobody else notices this.
She's fast enough for you, old man.
She may not look like much, but she has it where it counts.
Yeah,
That's
see?
kind of dirty, right? Yeah. Hear me, baby. Hold it together. Are we reaching? We're reaching a little bit.
A little
with that
bit,
one,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I think we're reaching there.
What about the tauntauns? They ever say anything dirty? You know, like,
Hey, what's the matter, girl? You smell something?
this may smell bad, kid, but it'll keep you warm. Yeah. George Lucas was a perv, man.
That's like poetry.
Poetry rhymes. It's a little dirty, so what? So that's fun. How's everybody doing? Happy birthday, Derek.
Thank
first
you.
off.
Yeah, happy birthday.
It was
Happy
Derek
birthday,
Raynaud's
a day late.
birthday.
Just another year.
yesterday. Yeah, we had a lot of birthdays. A lot of birthdays.
That's right.
Brian, your mother's
My
birthday.
mom has the same
was
birthday as you.
yesterday.
Your dad.
Old Vinnie Mac's dad.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Vinnie Mac's
Mac's
dad.
dad.
Let's try that
His
again.
dad?
My dad, Vinnie Mac's birthday.
He looks like a doctor.
Awesome.
You may be a doctor, but I'm the doctor. The definite article, you might say.
Because he wears
He
glasses.
has glasses.
Yeah.
He's got a set of white hair. He looks like a composer. My father,
Yeah.
musician that he is, just has this,
All that hair, he's
all
full of
that hair
secrets.
that I was denied. I don't understand. I got all his other freaking qualities, but I didn't get the hair.
I think he
It
did that out
skips
of
a
spite?
generation.
I think he
Mark.
did. I think he did. I think he
Spiteful.
did something to me.
Oh, you're not going to keep playing the trumpet, huh?
Yeah. Here's your hair.
How about them apples?
That's right.
You were cursed like some of the people in tonight's episode.
That's absolutely.
Oh.
He
right.
gave me the Vinny curse.
You
Full
got to
circle
walk the
moment.
road to get your hair
There you
back.
go. I'm just kidding, Dad. Happy birthday. And happy birthday, everybody who had a birthday on Election Day. I'm sure that was fun for a lot of people. So
Hope you got what
anyway,
you wanted.
Hope
Happy
you got
Guy
what you
Fawkes
wanted.
Day.
Happy Guy Fawkes Day.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten.
That's
Gonna need
right.
some.
A lot of people
Yeah.
blowing shit up. Well, anyway, so everybody's doing good. We're all fine. We're all fine here now.
How are you?
How are you? How about those Patriots? They still sucking?
Listen, man.
How you doing?
This is
Keelan?
what I needed. I needed 2 extra
Okay.
points out of the kicker. A lot of people are saying they should have went for the 2 points.
Yep.
If I didn't have money on the line, I would have said the same thing.
Okay.
I needed that extra point.
So you got some money.
I didn't get any money because they needed to win the game too.
That's right.
I don't know why you need to throw that ball with 2.5 minutes to go. I miss Tom Brady. Sure.
I mean, we all miss Tom
Short
Brady.
story.
We all
That's
miss Tom
it.
Brady.
I miss Tom Brady. Tom Brady would have been like 2.5 minutes. I'm going to score, and I'm going to leave no time left on this clock.
Yep.
Know who
This guy was
doesn't
like,
miss
let me
him?
throw an interception.
Who?
Giselle.
Oh,
Because she got knocked the fuck up.
that's it. You're making a baby.
2 fighters and a Star Destroyer. Oh no.
That's all right. He's got 7.
I was watching the one thing that makes me laugh when I go on YouTube are the Jimmy Kimmel Matt Damon feuds. that they have
those are
going
hilarious.
on. And I
Yes.
saw
Fucking Matt
one
Damon?
where
Jimbo Kimball.
where Jimmy Kimmel takes Matt Damon to takes Tom Brady to Matt Damon's house and throws the football into
Yes,
the window.
into his window.
And I'm thinking, God, I miss Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Kind of miss Matt Damon too, man. I know he's still doing stuff, but
He's doing a Nolan
perfect
movie, I think,
spiral.
right?
is he?
With Spider-Man, with Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
Okay.
new Nolan movie. It
Yeah.
doesn't have a title yet.
It's
Right?
the vampire one, right?
I don't know.
He's doing like a vampire period movie. I don't know if
Really?
it's the same movie, but
Huh.
Nolan's supposed I don't know if he's got 2 in the works, but
Vampire with a period? That
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, that's
hey,
Literally.
although that's a free meal too.
That's
right.
right.
Like, can you don't have to. Oh God, wow. Well, that concludes the grotesque sports section of our show.
The vampire sports section.
Hey, notice all the witch-like puns? Crazy, right? After all, the spooky season is behind us, and yet here we are with Halloween-like thoughts on the brain. Well, maybe it's because tonight we are stopping over at the Marvel Universe once again to talk a little series called Agatha All Along, the latest Marvel series that tells the continuing adventures of that wickedly wild witch Agatha Harkness.
Wait for it!
And that's all I wrote for that for some reason. I thought I had more. But anyway, but before we grab our cauldron, cast our spells, and sing a song that even makes the jingle from Halloween 3 say, do dial it back a bit, our own witch of watermelon and waxworms, Brian, has brewed us up a yummy appetizer to start us off.
Come into my house, children, and I'll give you candy and ice cream and pickled herring and sweet and sour upside-down cake and hard-boiled all-day suckers.
Das ist gut, ja. Ja, ist gut. Und schief ist und wisst Bein. Ja, schief ist. Wie go, ja? Ja, wie go.
Come, kiddies, let's go eat the goodies, the goodies, the goodies. Let's go eat the goodies. La ta 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 ta.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Mark.
Brian, help me. Damn. Son.
Tonight, as Mark mentioned, we're going to be looking at Agatha All Along, the new series from Disney Plus that follows the story of Agatha Harkness following the events that took place in the 2019 series WandaVision. Can you believe it's been that long already?
That's
Jesus.
amazing how much
crazy.
time flies.
It's a series filled with witches, magic, and charms and spells, and that got us thinking about some of our favorite movies that deal with all things magical and witchy.
Nice.
Who's starting off tonight?
Don't know.
Who do we have? Dean last
Dean,
week.
so
Yeah.
you?
You want to go?
You want me to go?
Yeah, okay.
No, you go.
I'll go.
All right.
Our favorite witch. I mean, this makes it easy. So
This is fun. We haven't talked witches a lot.
We haven't talked witches
yeah.
at
No.
all, I think.
Could we do a witch from a movie, or did it have to be a movie about witches?
I did a movie, but
I did movies,
I
so
did
I
a
mean,
movie
yeah.
about
I mean, because
witches, but there are
movies
no
with witches are
rules.
like-
I did too. I'm
Yeah.
making an honorable mention. I'm just gonna go witches. Jim Henson's Witches. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to let you go first, but you
That's
refused.
true. It's my own fault.
I love this
hoisted by your
movie.
own petard.
I love it so much.
I do too.
Such a great movie. It's one of my favorite. That's a
Roald
Roald Dahl.
Yep.
Yeah, one of my favorite Roald Dahl adaptations. I've never read any of his books. I'm sure they're phenomenal.
Nah.
But yeah, just a.
You're not a fan of Roald
I'm not a
Dahl?
fan of Roald Dahl. I don't
What
know
is-
the story.
Show me on the doll. Where
Yeah.
Show me on the
Roald Dahl.
Show me on the
Dahl
road where he touched you.
Yeah. Down, down, down the road.
Not a fan of the kids so much. Grandmother's fantastic. Angelica Houston is phenomenal. in
The
this film.
kid from Hook and Parenthood, he did nothing
Yeah,
for you, little Luke.
Oh, I hate him.
But the cigar smoking granny, she's great.
Oh, she was the
She's missing a
best.
finger too. She's
she's
fucking badass.
fantastic.
Dude, she fought witches. How
Yeah.
awesome is that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
awesome.
phenomenal. And Rowan Atkinson is very funny in this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the first movie I ever saw him.
I forgot he's in that.
After
great in
Mr.
everything.
Bean, where I was like, oh, he's got a real people voice. Because I just assumed he was like,
That's it.
I thought that's how he talked to
Johnny
me.
English.
But yeah, that's gonna be mine.
That's a good one.
Mark.
I love
That's
when she
why I
talks
picked
about when she tells the story about when she was a kid and the
Oh, with
painting.
the
Yeah,
friend
Helga.
who gets the milk. Yeah,
Yeah.
Helga
Oh, I love
and
that.
the painting.
yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
quite good.
Well, I'm gonna go with my
Runner-up.
runner-up, and that's gonna be Dario Argento's Suspiria. One of my favorite Argento films, and Italian horror with Jessica Harper as a dancer who joins an academy that's run by a coven of witches. For any Argento fan who has not seen this movie, you really cannot call yourself an Argento fan. It's just a beautiful-looking movie that's really out there, very surreal, very abstract. Choose your word. It is a masterpiece.
I think it's one of the most
absolutely love it.
colorful movies I've
It
ever
is
seen. too.
extremely colorful.
Never seen it. I've never seen
Living
Suspiria.
painting. Great music by Goblin. Everything about the movie is awesome. The cast is awesome. The gore effects are, again, for being gory, surprisingly very artsy and beautiful. Highly recommend it.
Now, have you seen the remake?
I have not.
No.
I've heard it's good,
Yeah.
but I just haven't gotten around to seeing
Who's
it.
in that one?
The 50 Shades girl, Dakota.
Oh, Dakota
yeah,
Johnson.
Madam Webb herself. Yeah.
Oh, Dakota
Legend.
Johnson.
I forget who else is in it.
Fucking legend.
Tilda Swinton? I think Tilda Swinton's in
Tilda
it.
Swinton in the...
Oh,
think
Tilda
so.
Swinton. Fucking
Either her or
legend.
Kate Blanchett, one of those.
Oh, damn samurai.
I get those two mixed up.
Yeah.
too.
Don't die.
I prefer Kate Blanchett.
I do
I'll
too.
take a Tilda
I
Swinton.
Who
like
doesn't?
Tilda. I like Tilda.
I like Kate Blanchett. She's fun.
I'll take Kate Blanchett as well. Nothing against
Yeah,
Tilda.
I've never seen Suspiria. I didn't know it's about witches.
Yeah. It is about witches.
Alright.
It would be my other favorite
And
witch
dancing.
movie. Dancing.
Is there a lot of
Yeah.
dancing in it?
There's a ballet school, right?
Not a lot of it. There's a little dancing in it. There's enough dancing to, if you're a ballerina fan, I guess, can give you something, but it's more about,
I love ballerinas.
How big are you into ballet?
Very little.
Yeah, and you're going to be fine.
I'm just curious if there
You're
was
going to be
dancing.
fine. I know you like dancing.
I like
in movies.
movement.
Yeah, well, there's movement,
I'll
but
take
it's
it.
not like the entire
likes
number
movement.
of Swan
he
Lake.
likes rhythm. Who
Yeah.
asks for anything more?
It's not the whole Nutcracker suite. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you'll be fine. Give it a shot.
I'm gonna check it out.
Have I ever wronged you in any way
Yeah,
with
for sure.
movies? Okay, then.
It was so point of fact.
I did that deliberately. You know.
It's all in the way you describe the movie, though.
You like that, huh?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm like, oh, well, that's a piece of shit. I'm definitely not gonna watch
Mark
that.
and I always talk.
This
up a
is
good
like
game.
you when you're talking about a movie that that I think is probably a good movie. Then you describe it the way you just described it.
with passion and
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like you're trying to. You're
We know
Not-
you well enough
This
to
is good.
decipher.
Not like a bad movie that I laugh and I'm like, oh yeah, watch it. It's phenomenal. Aha. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, Darren.
He's not sorry at all.
My pick is Witches of Eastwick.
Good pick.
Runner up.
Such a great cast. Nicholson, Pfeiffer, Cher, Sarandon.
Sarandon. They don't make him like that
Sarandon
anymore.
No, they
and
don't.
Pfeiffer. And Cher too.
I mean, the premise is great. It's based on a book, but it the devil comes to town under the guise of this mysterious stranger who buys up this big mansion in town. And
Devil came down to Rhode Island. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Exactly.
It's supposed to take place in Rhode Island.
One by one,
did you know
seduces
that?
these women, these
Yeah.
3 women, and it's awesome. It's the performances are great. The supporting cast, like I forget her name, the one that was in Aliens, and
Veronica.
Veronica Cartwright.
Yes.
Cartwright.
She's the reason I don't eat cherries.
Right,
That's right.
because the pits.
She's
Right, remember
Yeah.
she throws up the pits. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's
And Rhode Island's own Richard Jenkins.
I was going to say the husband is Richard.
Yeah,
Jenkins.
who
Great.
formerly lived here in Cumberland
That's
until
right.
about a year or so
Friend
ago.
of the show. Come on the show, Richard. Come
Yep.
home.
Yeah. And John Williams' score, the theme to it, the opening theme is friggin' awesome. Yeah, it's just great.
Doesn't it have from Star Trek? What's her name? Waxana's like tall ass
Yes,
guy.
yes.
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
Lurch.
Hong,
Yeah.
right?
Lurch.
Isn't he Jack Nicholson's?
Carol something,
Yeah,
right?
Carol Stroiken.
Yeah, there you go.
Carol's
still
got a
alive,
huge
he plays his
schlong.
manservant.
I remember him
Yeah,
saying that.
guy's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good one. If you haven't seen that movie, you got to check it out. It's definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah.
He was on Twin Peaks too.
Yes, he was. He was the giant.
Going with one that I rediscovered a couple of weeks ago when, gearing up for Halloween, I was going through some movies, and this is a movie I saw years and years and years ago, and I always had it in the back of my head. Rediscovered it a little while ago. It's called Bell, Book, and Candle with Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak. 1958.
Huh.
Jack Lemmon also stars in it, along with Elsa Lanchester.
Nice.
Yes, it's a
Nice.
family of witches living in New York, and Jimmy Stewart lives in the apartment upstairs, and he falls for Kim Novak. This is before they did
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Yeah, it's a good story. Jack Lemmon is hilarious in it. He plays
He
the
is.
goofy brother of Kim Novak, and he's a bongo player in a jazz band. Yeah, and they play in a club that's it's exclusively for witches, and Ernie Kovacs is in it. He plays a friend of Jimmy Stewart. He's writing a book on witches, and
Is it funny?
It's very funny.
Yeah?
Sounds
It's funny. Yeah.
It's got a funny
Nice.
cast.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
got a funny
romantic.
cast.
It's
Funny
takes place
cast.
in New
It's gotta
York
be
in
funny.
the late 50s. It's got a great vibe.
Bell, Book, and Candle.
Bell, Book, and Candle, 1958.
I will have to
Yep.
check that out.
Very cool.
Cool.
Any runners up?
Runners up.
Oh, I have plenty of runners up.
Yeah, Witches of Eastwick. Finn Rizal from Willow. I picked
she's
a witch.
Oh, you picked a witch.
And I think I told you about this movie a while back, Witching and Bitching. It's
Yes.
it's a Spanish language film from like 2013. It's about a gang of bank robbers who rob a bank and get chased into the woods and end up finding a coven there. And it's really fucking hilarious, but super gory and super bloody. It's like, you ever see the Knights of Badassdom?
Yes.
Like it's funny, but also like they're tearing people apart.
Right. Yeah.
It's
There's a lot of
much
serious
like
stuff
he's
that goes
ripping
on
people
in
in
it, too.
half.
Yeah.
But it's hysterical. It's very
Yeah.
funny. Witching and Bitching. You never saw Knights of Badassdom? That's a fun movie.
Peter
I'll have to
Dinklage.
see that.
Yeah, Peter
It is
Dinklage.
about
yeah.
it's about LARPers and cosplayers and yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and they awaken
Yeah.
a demon.
Is that the one with the kid
Oh,
from
cool.
True Blood too?
Yes.
The brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Sookie
Yeah,
Stackhouse.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the Jason?
Yep.
Jason Stackhouse.
Jason's.
Yeah. Well, that's zero turn.
He was in that movie that you like so much.
Which
right? The hole, the hell hole,
The hellhole?
the one about the glory hole.
Oh yeah, he was in Glory Hole.
Hole. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get that movie.
No,
You didn't get it?
No, I mean, I got what a glory hole was.
Maybe you're in the wrong bathroom.
Lord knows I've used it. I mean,
Hi-yo.
no, I didn't get that movie.
Oh, my.
Runners up. What do I got? Well, I guess I'll put Witches in there now,
You
and
should.
Witches of Eastwick, Lords of Salem, and The Craft.
Oh, The Craft.
one,
Great
yeah.
one. I didn't even think
The
about
Craft almost made it to the top, but Suspiria beat it out.
that. Really, I'm sorry.
For
Feruza,
what?
that reminds me of Feruza Balk. The Worst Witch was one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
As a
shit,
kid,
I
I
forgot
absolutely
about
love
that.
that.
Yeah.
Feruza Balk. Go ahead. Sorry.
Love Feruza Balk. I guess The Wizard of Oz. Speaking of Oz.
Yeah.
Mombi?
Yeah.
Mombi's
That's
got
a
some-
witch movie.
yeah.
yeah, Return to Oz. She was fucking scary.
Whole movie's terrifying.
Hocus Pocus,
Oh, how
Hocus
could I
Pocus.
forget? Hocus.
Practical Magic,
Wow, Practical.
on
They're
mine,
making a
too.
sequel to that. I
Bed
think.
Knobs and Broomsticks.
I love Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Phrasing.
Damn, Derek, you are Dude, bedknobs and broomsticks.
Oh, wait.
I liked The Witch.
Portobello Road.
Portobello Road. Streets
I love that fucking movie.
It is. It's a great movie.
Man.
Angela
For years,
Lansbury.
I thought Bedknobs and Broomsticks was a porno. I really did.
Yeah,
I
well,
like.
Right
With an animated lion. And,
dude, every time my grandmother came over to babysit, we would watch
watch that.
that
It's
movie
fucking
on
awesome.
our
It's
beta VCR.
such a fun movie.
Is the dad from
from
Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins.
What's that guy's name?
David
Tomlinson. How
Tomlinson.
pleasant bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. Oh,
Look at
man.
that. We turned into a musical
The
episode.
freaking animation in that the
Right.
animated soccer
Awesome.
game was my favorite part as a kid.
It's so much fun.
I love that.
And
Angela Lansbury fighting Nazis. Sorry,
Right.
I got to keep going on.
right, and that's the thing too. Is it like the whole idea of that movie is just fucking cool.
Stopping the war, stopping the Nazis.
Nazis, she wrote.
Oh man, that's gonna be in my top. Dude, I totally forgot about that.
I actually did like The Witch with Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, I got that on my list too.
I didn't mind that.
I think you got all. I think you're
And-
reading off of my list.
Season of the Witch. Have you seen that?
Halloween?
No,
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage?
Nick Cage.
I did see that. That's
Yes.
not bad.
I have not seen
Halloween
that.
3. That's got witches.
It's
Yes.
the witchcraft meets computers.
Those are mine.
Okay.
Bri,
So I
sorry
got the
if
Vivid, I got
Technology.
the Craft, Practical Magic, Witches of Eastwick, the Love Witch. Have you guys seen the Love Witch
I
yet?
have not.
I've seen the
I think I
picture
brought
of
it up. Yeah, I think I brought it up a
Big
couple of years
breasts.
ago.
Yeah.
So the Love Witch came out a few years ago, but it's kind of got a very 70s aesthetic. Like when I saw it, I caught
Oh, wait.
somewhere.
It's a newer movie?
It's a newer movie.
I every time I see that on there, I think it's like
when I
something from
first
Hammer.
saw it-
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
shit.
came up on a list of movies.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I want to check that out.
So I saw it. I recommend it. Check it out. I think it's on like Tubi or something to
Yeah.
to stream. It's really good. The woman that stars in it also wrote and I think directed it too. Did all the costumes herself. She did everything, and she did a great job. Usually when somebody takes on all these roles, the movie's shit, but I think she did a wonderful job on
And
this
she's
movie.
cute.
She's very cute.
Easy
and
on
she
the
gets,
eyes
and
always
she gets
helps.
very naked in it too.
Oh well, there you go.
So
I didn't want to be the one to ask, but I'm
yeah,
so I'm glad he brought it
I
up.
knew it. I had to throw that out there.
I can't always ask. Titties in it? 'Cause I want to know.
It's got titties in it.
Maybe the one on top of that one. They got bigger titties in that one.
I've also got The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yes.
Speaking of Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Good.
Witchfinder General is the one I brought up to you. It's got Vincent Price. He hunts
Yes.
witches in the 17th
I still need
century.
to see that.
The Blood on Satan's Claw is a folk horror that deals with witchcraft or people being accused of witches. And Hoxon, which is a German expressionist silent film that deals with witches through the centuries. It's really cool if you can.
Not to be confused with Hokta.
Hokta?
Yeah.
Hoktua.
Whatever.
You were just speaking Klingon.
She's dumb. So.
Somewhere.
Also, check out City of the Dead with Christopher Lee. That's a good.
Yeah,
Up
that's right. I
Salem,
forgot about that one.
Witch movie.
And if
Now
we're
that I think
doing
about
singular
it.
witches, I'm going to throw out Willow from Buffy the Vampire
Willow.
Slayer.
Oh, wrong Willow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who became a witch in later episodes.
What does Elvira count as?
I think I
She's a
thought she was
mistress
like a
of the dark.
vampire.
She's a
Well,
mistress.
she's just a mistress of the
Just a
dark.
mistress
She's just
of
a
the
goth
dark.
chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
all
smoke
right.
show.
That's what
She is.
She's retired now.
What'd you call her?
She's retired.
Oh.
We don't use that word
we
anymore.
don't use that word. She's a
Italian.
slow adult now.
I love it. I love it.
Cassandra
Peterson?
Peterson.
Yeah,
Oh
fantastic.
man, the best.
Yeah, for real.
All right, excellent appetizer.
Awesome.
Good
Everybody.
list.
Shall we
Yummy.
get to the main course?
The main course.
Course. Oh, went short. Short and sweet.
Dude, you threw him
Just
off
the
that
tip.
time. Well, just the tip. Just the tip.
Oh my.
I couldn't help it. I'm so excited.
All right, here we go. The main course. For real. Yes, October has passed and the spooky show's done, but this rhyming shit is just too much fun. I've got one more in me, so deal with it, bitches, 'cause this episode tonight is all about witches. It's time to talk Marvel with a new Marvel show. It's Agatha All Along, and it's a romp, don't you know? With Agatha Harkness and Coven of Witches, a group of fun women that will leave you in stitches. It stars Katherine Hahn in the Agatha Spotlight. She's in every damn episode, unlike that show Moon Knight. And with her a cast with acting top notch and Aubrey Plaza's hotness. That's always fun to watch. Yes, it's true I'm a pig, lower than a toad, so let's get a move on and stroll the witch's road. It's not very far, a few miles times 10, with a song that gets sung again and again. So hop on your broomstick, try not to eat any tots. The dads are casting spells with their opening thoughts.
Nice.
Perfect. That's the last one. You're all on your own. Go fine. Take up Dr. Seuss. I'm done. Mic drop. All right. Opening thoughts. Tito.
Yeah, this is a nice. It's a nice show. It's fun. I didn't like the last show that Marvel made. What was that
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Fucking garbage.
Yeah, I agree.
What a letdown for me. And I like when they start doing other stories of characters that I don't know very well. She was really great in WandaVision. Catherine Hahn is just a really great actress in general. She's funny. She's very talented. And they assembled a really great cast. Aubrey Plaza, Patti LuPone. You know, they're all really, really good. I would like it a little bit more if it wasn't about spoilers. Her kid. I would have liked just a show about a coven of witches trying to do a thing. With Agatha, and she can still be shitty in the show, and she doesn't have to be a hero, and she isn't really. And I don't think you need a hero for this story. I just think it's fun. I like the idea of it, and I would like to see more of it, or would have liked to see more of it. But yeah, that the stuff with like Billy, I'm just I don't care. I don't know enough about the new Avengers to care. I'd rather see the regular Avengers.
The Young Avengers, not new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Young. Yeah.
New.
Fuck them. Yeah, but I thought it was I thought it was a fun show and a good follow-up to WandaVision, having been so many years ago.
Cool, then put my phone away because it's buzzing. I'm very popular,
That's not true.
I just struggled to put this in my pocket. It's taking all my brain power. There we go. So I really liked WandaVision, and I didn't see Secret Invasion or I forget what the show was before it. I don't.
Miss Marvel, maybe. Oh,
No,
She-Hulk.
Miss Marvel.
She-Hulk
I didn't see that
before
one.
it.
She-Hulk, I think, was the last one that I saw. I thought this was good. It was pretty good. I had a hard time getting into it though because I don't know the characters at all, and it was just something that I was never really into. So the first few episodes kind of dragged for me. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I think that, if you're a fan and you know the characters and you know the stories, I'm sure it's an excellent show. So I'm not shitting on it by any means. Just me personally, because I don't know a lot about it, I had a hard time getting into it.
Dude,
but the last couple episodes I thought
only
were
know
really
Agatha.
good. Oh, for
I
real?
only know Agatha, yeah. So,
I didn't care, like Tito, the stuff with the kid, that I kind of wasn't into. I did like the Coven of Witches. I loved the cast. I love when they had to figure things out and work as a team. The squabbling was a lot of fun, and the performances are really good and all. I can't stand the kid, William. I just want to punch him. He's just one of these whiny kids. I understand how important he is. And no offense to the actor, but I just can't stand when kids whine. No, maybe it's because I'm a dad now with a teenager and I have to hear him every day.
We watch TV to escape that shit.
Exactly. I don't need any more whining teens in my escapism. So every time he talked or whined to Agatha, I'm like, shut up, kid, go to your room. Something like that. But again, I would watch another season. It did have some good moments that I'll talk about, but I think I would have enjoyed it more had I known more about it, ahead of time, or I'd read the stories But a pretty good spin-off of WandaVision.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I love when Patti LuPone calls him teenager.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like,
his full
using
name.
your full name. Jeez.
Can I tell you guys how much I can't stand Patti LuPone?
Are you serious?
Not because of her, but because of a reoccurring character she played on Law and Order, and she did it so well
Jesus.
that whenever she shows up in anything else, I want to punch her because she's so friggin' obnoxious in that
I thought
show.
you were going to talk about Life Goes On, where she was Corky's mom.
Yeah,
Corky's mom.
I remember her from Life Goes On.
Oh,
She
that's
didn't play
right.
Then. Yeah, she's Corky's mom.
Yeah.
But no, she shows up as a defense attorney that's just a pain in the ass, and it was hard to get past that. Nothing against Patti
That's
LuPone.
fine.
No, it's funny because you have these two really, really stellar powerhouse comic book related shows that come out the right time at the same time, Penguin and this, and they're so vastly different in every way. but they're both incredible. And this, I love that they followed the WandaVision kind of formula where they had silly, entertaining, thematic show for the first half of the season, and it's all kind of like, oh, these funny, it's like the Gay Witches Hour, and you've got the first trials and all that, and then it just kind of like stops on a dime, and you have the big reveal that, I mean, to be honest, everybody knew was going to come.
I didn't.
See, I am a fan.
Oh, you didn't think it was?
Well, I don't know enough about it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know either.
I'm a big Young Avengers fan.
Right.
I'm a big Wiccan and well, not so much his brother, but Wiccan and Hulkling, he's a Skree Krull prince. And
is he the one that showed up at the end of?
No, different guy. That's Scar. That's Hulk's son.
Oh,
but I'm wondering if they're going to kind of try to combine that and make him the love interest for him.
Because the MCU doesn't always follow everything from the comics.
No,
They
and you
change
got
a
to
lot.
adapt and But yeah, it's just you're having all these fun. There's all these Easter eggs, and obviously the music. I love the song. I got hooked instantly.
I like it.
It's not a bad song. I joke about it, but it is catchy.
But yeah, then it gets dark and the humor's still peppered in, but like you're on this. Like you're dealing with death, and you find out that it is her.
Literally,
you find out that he's Billy, and it just kind of like it delivered all the stuff that I was kind of waiting for in the beginning and having fun watching it while I waited. The payoff was there. Some killer imagery, like when he first becomes. Like when he shows up and he uses his power, and you realize that it's him. They end with "You Should See Me in a Crown" by Billie Eilish. So it's just like it works on so many levels, and the song just fucking is an awesome song, and it fits perfectly, and he just looks badass. And I, like you,
His costume was very cool.
I did not like him at the beginning, even though I kind of knew, like I knew where it was heading. I knew it was going to be him.
Yeah,
I knew who he was going to be, but I didn't really like him at first, and he grew on me towards the end. I don't think he was as whiny, and I really like that the end of it. He ends with this guilt and remorse of he's at fault for certain things.
Yeah, maybe the last 2 episodes is sort of tolerable when you have that usual suspects moment and he goes around his room and realizes it's all.
Oh yeah.
All I could think of was what's his name? Chaz Palminteri looking at the wall and being.
Oh, you know what it reminded me of was Labyrinth.
Yes.
When Sarah's back in her bedroom.
Yes, and she's seeing all the things that have to do with it.
Happen in the Labyrinth.
That's
all
exactly what
all the toys and stuff on her walls.
Exactly.
Both those are good.
Yeah.
I think that I think one of the reasons why it works so well is it's a perfect bridge, because it was a great way to kind of go back to this character that people really liked from WandaVision. The way that it starts off and she's still in the hex, and
I did like that.
It's very, very cool.
It's like a police procedural,
right? And like the opening of the show is like a twangy True Detective version of the Witch's Road, but.
And her acting in that purposely is
right.
Solid.
Solid.
And I'm partial. I'm going to be partial for this show anyway, because I fucking love Kathryn Hahn. I talk about her all the time. I think she's super funny. I think she's one of like the greatest comedic actresses of this generation right now. I think it was a perfect way to leave WandaVision and then do the Marvel thing where they set up for the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it had it all, and I love the fact that all those witches, they weren't characters that they just pulled out of their ass and just made up for the show. Every single character on that show, with the exception of Mrs. Hart, is in the comics.
Oh, poor Mrs. Hart.
Death is in the comics. Lilia is in the comics. Alice is in the comics. Jennifer Kale is a huge part of the comics. And I think she's one of, like, even though she's unknown by the casual fan, like she's got her toes, and I'll talk about it more later, but she's got her toes in a lot of different series.
Is that why she was allowed to live?
I think so, because I think they got to have plans for her. And Shazir, was there Sashir Zamet?
Yeah,
she's awesome. I used
from
to
SNL.
Yeah, I used to love her on SNL.
That's where I've seen her,
and she was great in this.
Okay.
And she was great in this. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's my opening thoughts. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
It's okay. I liked it.
Okay, good.
Wow.
All right. I like it very much.
I was waiting for Derek to take that drink. That's
Perfect.
it. I'm done. Done. No, it started off with a bang. I love the first episode, like you just mentioned, where it seemed like Agatha was still trapped in a TV show. The police procedural, like the rest of the inhabitants from Westview were in WandaVision. After she breaks from that spell, she gathers her coven to walk the Witch's Road, whatever that is, because at the time we don't know.
Right.
And her coven's filled with an A-list cast, including Patti LuPone, Deborah Jo Rupp, Audrey Plaza, the previously mentioned, I'm going to butcher her name, so I'm going to let you take it.
Sashir.
Thank you.
Zanette.
I thought it was a really, really good story. It was a literal spiritual journey to discover long-lost answers. Along the way, things were learned, friends were lost, and the road had many surprising twists and turns. Each week, I couldn't wait to find out where it was taking them next.
Nice.
Right. And the road does exist in the comics. But in the comics, it was Agatha's ghost and Scarlet Witch that were on this journey on the road together. Yeah.
Oh, see, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I like that
Kind of
too.
cool.
Which
I
I
would
like
that more.
Like jumping ahead, I like how she became more like her character in the comics because in the character she's a spirit. She was like the nanny to the kids, right?
Right.
And she was a
to
ghost
the
that
Fantastic
took
Four. That's where her first appearance in the comics was as.
Oh, it was Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And she was a witch, but she shows up on the Reed's doorsteps to be Franklin's
Franklin Richards
caretaker.
I am your daughter.
No. You just watched that, didn't you? I saw it earlier. I love that movie.
Good movie.
The Others. With Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman.
The others. No, I'm sorry. I said I love that movie.
Oh, I thought you said what movie?
No, I was just repeating. The Others. That's a good movie.
No, I think he thought I said. I said I love that movie.
You
What
say-
movie?
No, I was just repeating. The Others. That's a good movie.
No, I think he thought I said. I said I love that movie.
You
What
say-
movie?
No, I was just repeating. The Others. That's a good movie.
No, I think he thought I said. I said I love that movie.
You
What
say-
movie?
I say you say nothing. Who's on first?
What other movie? What?
What other movie?
Which one?
I think we're stuck on the road.
Oh, one of those.
Are those your shoes? We're back at the beginning.
Road leads to nowhere. They had the opportunity to use the song "Road Leads to Nowhere" in Last House on the Left, and they didn't. It would have been
Or
perfect.
just the road to nowhere.
We're on the
Oh,
road
great
to
song.
nowhere. Well,
Talking
song.
Heads.
They didn't.
Well, you know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
don't know where we've been.
That's the best part of the song. I can't usually cut off once the song. starts.
Yeah, I don't know
the
that.
first 10
Joking.
seconds.
I love the first part of that song.
I didn't know that was the same song as that one.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's all
Well,
harmonies at the
so
beginning. and
My
then the
only
music.
issue with this show is that because it's Marvel and they're just like cutting shit and not going back to shit, I'm just like, this story could go fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It could go nowhere.
Good.
They could
It's
never
not- it's
revisit
not gonna-
Billy.
It's not
It's
going
like
to.
a
I didn't
little-
think Blade was going anywhere, Derek.
like a
I didn't think a lot of
little-
things were going anywhere, but
I don't know.
Well, Blade is not going anywhere.
We'll talk about it. We get that category.
Yeah,
not
that's
getting a
true.
movie.
Yeah, Blade is not going anywhere.
We,
now.
Blade
we
is
get a
not
category
happening.
for the MCU's
Not
future.
happening.
So
Sucks too. I was really upset. I was after seeing Wesley Snipes.
I don't know.
in
Would
Deadpool.
you be upset
Haven't
though
seen
if they
She-Hulk in a
postponed
while.
that and did it as a Blade 4 with Wesley Snipes?
I would love a
Because
Blade.
Ryan Reynolds is really pushing for that.
no, I don't
I
want to
would-
see Blade 4 Wesley Snipes.
No.
No, you want.
I can only handle like 10 to 15 minutes of that.
Okay, all right.
He's like,
So
he's too old. He
so
doesn't-
Werewolf,
Can we
Wolverine
go
and
back-
Deadpool
can
was
we go back
They're gonna
70s?
She-Hulk Wesley Snipes if they make a.
Can we
Blade
bring
4.
it back to the 70s? Make it its own thing when he's
I'd be
got
okay
the
with that.
fro and he's hunting
Yeah, I'm
vampires
okay with
and
that.
the 70s.
Yeah.
Get Pam Grier involved.
Say
you
the
know?
70s again.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Seven
The 70s.
well,
times.
no, but
the 70s.
honestly, I think the new Blade with Mahershala Ali was going to be a period piece.
Oh,
Was it?
It
That
was
would have been
gonna-
cool.
I think so.
Would have
That
been the
would've been a cool
70s.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
There it is. Periods and vampires.
There's just
again.
too many.
Keeps
I
coming
don't know.
up.
There's just too many things going on with Marvel. And I don't know if it's ever going to go anywhere.
Right,
She-Hulk,
it's all
Moon
about just
Knight,
like
Werewolf
giving.
by Night.
Yeah, well, Werewolf by
Miss
Night
Marvel.
needs
Well,
to
but
come back.
That was great.
Like, there's a lot of just
That was
things.
still
It's
the
because
best
they're
thing.
cutting
Yeah.
back on how much stuff they're making. So like they've done all this work introducing these characters,
Yeah.
and it's like unfortunately we got to wait.
Yeah.
I think
Daredevil's coming.
there's a bunch of them, and we'll
I'm
talk
very
about
excited
it
for
at the end with the new
Daredevil.
category. But like I can tell you that I think that pretty much everybody from this that left this show alive
Yeah.
will have something going
In like
on.
6 years.
All right.
Maybe. But I
love
think
giving up on
I
that.
think you'll see the other characters. I think you'll see Moon Knight and
It'd be nice to
I
see.
hope so.
have no fear.
That's going to fail. That's going to be a fail.
It's just gonna
It's
fail.
gonna fail.
There you go.
It's gonna fail.
Tito's lost all
No
faith.
Cap, no Iron Man. It's going to fail.
All
Where
right.
to next, Mark?
Well, on that happy note,
Read that text out loud to us.
Yeah, who's texting
No.
you? Who's?
no, this
Oh,
is
the
this is
categories.
me
Oh.
texting you with the categories. I'm not reading another text. I'm not that rude.
No, I thought you were gonna-
70s. Shut up.
Your butt is so cute.
Oh, thanks. Wait, that's from Derek.
Oh no, they's doing gay jokes without me.
Happy birthday,
what
big
was your
boy.
What was your favorite episode?
Wrong glory hole.
The good
I don't
glory
remember that
hole.
one.
Did you have a favorite episode?
I
Did an
absolutely
episode
have a favorite episode. It's
stand out?
episode number 7. I don't remember what it's called. I think I wrote
Hands,
it down.
death in mind, because it's the one I got.
This is my favorite episode. It's Patty Lupone's episode. I love when time is played with. I love time travel. I love that every fucking weird thing she did up until that point is then
Meant something.
explained.
Right.
And you're like, oh, wow, that's okay, cool. 3 things happen at one time where she's like bouncing and she finishes the sentence.
And it's done in such like a cool, chaotic way.
Yeah.
that, like they all interlock.
She kind of has her moment of kind of like, oh, I figured it out. I get how this all works. It leads to her death, which is also pretty cool how she kills the 7. I watched the episode again because I was like, I love that episode. Let me watch it again. And I didn't realize because I was looking up the characters that the 7 witches all had different names.
Yeah, same.
And they were represented by the animals as they came in.
I didn't get that
pick
either.
up
I
the
only
first
got that
time.
when I was looking at IMDb and I saw their names.
They
I'm
were like crow. I was like,
yeah,
wait a minute,
crow,
there was a
owl,
snake.
rabbit, rat. I'm like, what the fuck?
Pooh, Piglet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Eeyore.
And in the comics,
Kanga Anru.
they're not the children of the coven. They're all Nicholas Scratch's kids.
They're the children of the corn.
Nicholas.
Who was
Scratch.
supposed to be her
Agatha's son, yeah.
Agatha's son. Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I thought that
Yeah, I thought it was a Mephisto thing because that's all I kept hearing about.
Yeah. Well, they did bring up his name.
Yeah, Agent of Mephisto.
They did bring up his
They
name,
did,
so
you're
he
right.
So
They
he
did.
could appear at some point.
He
in
could.
like
Was
was
7
that the
years.
second episode they brought up.
In the
his name?
I thought I heard something about them casting what's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen
Great success.
Yeah, you
Oh,
mentioned
that might be a cool
as
That'd be
Mephisto.
fun. Yeah.
He's devilish.
I mean, I don't know what project, but because if there was, you would think that this would have been the project that you'd finally fucking unveil him.
Yeah, a lot of people
Nicholas-
thought that Doctor Strange was the project they were going to.
Yeah.
Or
True.
WandaVision.
Or
as well,
WandaVision.
right? Didn't they think
Yeah.
the whole thing was
Yeah.
Mephisto?
Mephisto.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
basically, ever since Endgame, they've been talking about Mephisto.
Right.
Mephisto.
Every time that there's a new project, they're like, I bet you the big bad's gonna be Mephisto.
I hate to see what happens when Mephisto shows
I know.
up. There's going to be a bunch of heads exploding scanner style. Man. My
Not just
favorite
Mephisto
episode
in your face, though.
Yeah.
My favorite episode is the showdown between Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn. I think it's the
That's the
second
second to last.
one.
Yeah.
8.
And that is awesome. Aubrey Plaza, I've talked about many times as just being easy on the eyes, but I forget how. I mean, she's a great actress,
Yeah.
and she's so villainous and super awesome in this. And the death character she plays is my favorite thing in this whole show.
Yeah.
Practical makeup too.
Yeah.
For
For real?
yeah, that wasn't a
Yeah.
CGI
No.
skull
It
face.
showed a picture
looked
of her.
Yeah, I saw
great.
that. with
Yeah.
them applying the makeup.
Very cool.
But the showdown was awesome. Fight scenes. I'm just happy to see a hero fight a villain, and you know it took a while to get there, but I'm glad it got there. So that's what stands out to me.
So you think she's a hero in this?
Aubrey Plaza,
No.
Catherine Hahn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
I
it
don't know
is
why I forgot
villain
for
on
the most
villain.
part.
Yeah.
You're right.
For the
I
most
see
part.
her
Kind
as
of
a
an
hero.
anti-hero?
She
Yeah.
is an anti-hero, but you know what? They didn't make her too sympathetic, and which
No.
usually bothers me when they
No,
do
'cause
that.
Right. I was thinking of you towards
That
the end.
bothered me with Loki
because she
but
keeps her
attitude.
right.
She keeps her
She's still all
villainy.
about killing.
Yeah.
And I think
she
that's
killed
why
a lot
I
of
liked
witches
it.
for their
She did.
power.
When I saw the constant killing of witches from generations, she's bad.
Right.
And she remains bad. So
And
that's
even the
cool.
fact that like in the end she technically sacrificed herself.
Yeah.
She becomes this ghost.
You thought it was heroic.
But
It's for
it
her
appears
benefit.
for exactly. She knows what she's doing.
Right.
She
Yeah.
has a plan. And I guarantee like the fact that Billy and his brother are able to reincarnate into other people, she's going to take advantage of that. They're going to try
She
to
wants
find
to learn how.
They're going to find Tommy and she's going to like coerce him into helping her regenerate.
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
7
Hopefully
years.
into an old lady body.
In 7 years.
And then she can go work for the Reeds.
if we're lucky.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You
see.
should be right.
7 to 9.
I should
We'll
be
say
reading
7 to
right.
9 years.
70 to 9. Yeah, so villain versus villain, I guess.
7 to
that
9
was
years.
great.
My favorite was the Lilia episode, but my favorite moments, like I said, the reveal of Teen as Billy with the blue crown, and the finale when it comes to light that he, as Wiccan, has the same reality shaping powers as his Wanda, and that he created the road. I thought that was a super cool twist. The fact that he used those powers, like subconsciously, the fact that they don't have much control over their abilities, I love that. I love that because then you give
they learn as they go.
Right. So you have somewhere to go with these characters as opposed to just making them all powerful. Because the thing is that ability and her in the comics, like she's one of the most powerful.
Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful characters.
And
Marvel.
she would have been able to decimate Thanos in Endgame. It wouldn't
There's
even.
nothing she can't do.
No. So
she almost does. She gets stopped, and they have to find a fun way for her to.
Right, but like even in the battle, she's at
he has
that
to
point
kill all his own people to stop her.
in Endgame. She doesn't realize yet how powerful she is. She's just jumping around doing her little hand thing with the blasts, and it's like, well, you could just blink him out of existence right now, but you just don't know it. So I love that.
Is that why she needed the Darkhold after?
Well, exactly. And she learned that side of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think she wanted to punish him. I think she wanted to get crushed in his own fucking.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I loved that twist the most because they acted like the Wiccan twist was a twist. Everybody kind of knew or had an inkling.
Yeah,
and it was like kind of a just poorly kept secret. Whereas the end, I didn't see that coming. So I was glad that there was a twist in the show that I didn't see coming.
He looks more like the comic than the kid that played him in the the younger version of him.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
And and granted that kid's older now, but he's not that old, and I like so it's better that they aged him, especially if they're going to do Young Avengers, if they're going to enter into have him be in a relationship with Hulkling. You don't want to see a 12-year-old boy, a 13-year-old boy.
Oh, that's not right.
Cuddling up with another one.
Right.
Man, there's so many jokes we could make right now, but I'm gonna.
I mean, why? Let's remember, Weinstein does not work for Disney anymore. So
you made it
right
for me.
there. You go. But yeah, so there's a lot of great moments throughout the whole show. But that episode, that Lilia episode, I love the way that they jumped around through time.
That was definitely the episode that I remember the most and that I want to go back and watch. Where I would say the majority of the show I liked.
Yeah.
But no episode really stood out. There are moments, but no episode was really that episode was.
Yeah. I also
Chef's
liked the one
Kiss,
where
as
they
they
were
say?
Chef's Kiss. Yeah. I also liked the episode where they were in the
cabin,
the recording studio.
See, I didn't really.
I liked that.
Where they play the song.
Yeah.
I like that one
When
too.
they were
When the
trying to
demon
figure
comes
it out.
out.
Yeah, the mother's version of the song.
Exactly.
It's different, and it's actually a protection spell.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that episode too. But were you done? I didn't mean to jump in. No, well, I'm just going to say Tito and I had the same one, episode 7, Death's Hand in Mine. I loved it for all the same reasons Tito did. I loved the time travel episode aspect of it. I loved the tarot cards, trying to figure out the
meanings
sequence
for each one.
Yep, and just the swords, the literal swords of Damocles hanging over their heads.
Did you know? Do you see one of the swords? There's a sword in there that I thought that I know you would recognize if you saw it.
Like a Glamdring from?
No, from Beastmaster, I think.
Really?
I think it was a story. Yeah, I think I read.
I thought I thought all the swords looked alike. I really didn't notice any difference in some of the swords.
A couple of them, I guess they were all real swords.
I'm a swordist.
Hanging from piano wire, which
really?
is a little scary. But yeah, there was a few of them that were like movie swords that were kind of hidden.
I'll have to go back and look again.
I wondered, but
now I really want to go back like Tito.
Yeah, it's a great. If we had a moment, I would say not the reveal of that it was Billy the whole time, but the reveal that she was killing everybody the whole time.
Oh, right.
And right up until that point where the door opens, she was going to kill them all.
Right.
And she maintains the lie all the way to the end.
Right.
That's why I was feeling very Mark McCreena-ish while I was watching this show because I like redemption characters.
Right.
I like that there was nothing redeeming about her.
Right.
Right up until the end when you're like, oh, she was going to kill everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
She stays true to her character till the end.
Yeah, I loved it.
It is. It's refreshing because you don't see that a lot.
No.
Most of the time they want to try to redeem him.
Exactly.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that shit. Least favorite episode.
You know, I don't have a least favorite, but I would say moment, and this kind of lends to what Derek was saying earlier.
Are you doing the same one I did?
Is it the Bar Mitzvah episode?
I don't know if it's the same episode.
I just don't like the idea of, is he 20? I don't know how old this fucking kid is.
Well, that was supposed to be in the past, though.
He's
wasn't it?
he's the same in every scene, though.
Right, because he's with them reincarnated.
Because he had a bar mitzvah.
I think it was 5 years, since however long it's been since WandaVision.
Yeah, 5.
If
it takes place
so
in
he's
real
18?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm watching that episode and I'm like, wait a minute, he's in his bar mitzvah? Why the fuck is he still the same age? I didn't like it. It bugged me.
You think they should have used a younger actor?
Yeah, bring the other kid back. Why not?
Well, yeah, but then it defeats the purpose of putting him in a different body.
We already know it was him anyways.
That's true. That's true.
I did like Patty LuPone's scene in that episode, but yeah, I didn't love that episode. I didn't care.
For the flashback?
If you had told me it was just him, that's fine. I don't need to see him like Billy or Tommy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, all right. He just stole that kid's body. Cool.
Yeah.
And his parents that aren't his parents that I don't need to know.
The thing is that it's in the comics, it's very confusing. I was kind of wondering the whole time, like, how are they going to do this? Is he going to be a reincarnate, or is it actually just Tommy? Like that Billy, and he was alive. Not only are they, because they're not really her kids. She created them into existence, but they both have a piece of Mephisto.
That's what she said.
Like that's what they're made of, and so it's like, that's the whole thing with them being reincarnated, was that like, oh, Mephisto's living in these two kids. So it's like there's a whole story that actually it's the Children's Crusade is it was an Avengers story, an actual Avengers, not Young Avengers.
The young ones.
And it was this is what it's about. The whole story was.
I like them better when they were the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
the Young Avengers.
Take that.
Smart ass.
With all those Robins.
Man.
So many Robins.
So many Robins.
So many Robins. Just pick one already.
Too many
Robins.
Stop making new Robins. It's obviously not working, Bruce. Yeah, that episode was kind of boring too. I may have to agree with you on that.
Family.
The Patty LuPone one confused the hell out of me because I'm feeble-minded and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I'm kind of like, oh, come on, can you get to the road?
What happened?
I was Millhouse in the friggin' Simpsons. When are they going to get to the fireworks factory? And that's all I kept thinking of through that whole episode. So, we're doing time travel now. I don't need that. But the episode you mentioned, I think, might have been worse because while the Patty LuPone one at least invoked some emotion out of me, being that it was mostly negative and having a tantrum, this one did nothing. I was like, oh, okay, it's a flashback. I'm going to go draw. Let me know if anything interesting happens. And I'm watching it while I'm drawing, and I'm like, oh, okay, yep, oh, there it is.
See, but that's the thing. So now you don't have the full backstory.
I know what I need to know.
You sure?
Yeah, I think.
I don't want to hear.
Could have been given.
Hey, what's going on here? When you see something in the future, a future project, and you don't understand.
Yeah, that's going to be like 7 to 9 years. Of course he's going to forget.
GG goes to the Agatha movie.
Of course he's going to forget.
I'll forget. I forgot.
It's going to be a decade by the time this happens.
I had to write down the names of the characters for tonight. I forgot the characters' names. Again, I didn't know these guys from the start, and I was like, okay, they're all witches. Okay, that's cool. Well, it's getting the band together. Here's a flashback. Here's some singing. Here's some more singing. Aubrey Plaza, swing, more singing. And okay, finally. I mean, that was pretty much it. Hate to be a bring down. Sorry.
That's all right.
But I wouldn't say it like Tony Soprano. Hey, what's with all the new Avengers here? Hey, put this New York accent.
Who's this kid? Who's this guy?
Who's this mook? What's he doing? What's his name? Mephisto? What is he?
Look what they did to my boy.
Look at how they massacred my Mephisto. Yeah, that's mine, Derek.
I liked them all, but my least favorite moments were Sharon and Alice's deaths. I'm not I wasn't really a fan of.
Oh,
Sharon.
Deborah Jo Rupp?
Yeah. I love
that broke
her.
my heart.
I love her, but I could care less about her character. So
I thought she was going to do some awesome shit.
Well, that's the thing.
As the show went on.
Right.
Me too.
And I figured, maybe she'd become a real witch.
Right.
But,
same.
Yeah. So it was that was a letdown. And I didn't like Alice's death because Alice is not a big character in the comics, but she's pretty badass. So like they could have done a little bit more with her. Although I did like the post-script thing that they did where they show after she died.
Oh, and Aubrey Plaza
and Aubrey comes to collect her, and she's like, there was so much I wanted to do, and she reminds her that she's a protection witch, and she protected. So
she died protecting them.
Right.
Yeah.
which is that was kind of cool.
Yeah, you did what you were born to do.
And she broke the curse, which doesn't matter because everybody in her family's dead anyways.
Right.
She breaks the curse, then dies. That was actually a cool moment. That's like, oh, that stings.
Yeah.
But
I picked up on that.
But I mean, but those deaths had payoffs at the end. Like you got to see death in action.
Yeah.
And and Billy's guilt at the end. I love that he's going to be kind of tortured now with the fact that he created that road and he was responsible for those deaths. And even though Agatha kind of, in her own way, kind of tries to comfort him a little bit and say, like it was their decisions. They did it themselves. I don't think he's going to buy that. I think it's probably going to haunt him for a little bit.
Well, yeah, and Agatha's kind of full of shit because it's really she rounded up the crew so she could kill them all.
Yeah.
Right. So really, like, it's really her fault.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awfully wicked of her. One would think she were a witch.
Wicked.
I haven't seen that movie, but it might be on my list. I saw the play.
Well, Wicked?
I can't stand Ariana Grande.
No, she's
desire.
a phenomenal voice.
Another example of making a super awesome badass villain good. Didn't like it.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, sick of this whole thing.
Well, no, but it's the reverse.
When he talks
It's showing her start off
Wicked?
as she starts off good and she becomes the wicked.
I
witch.
hate that shit. Hate
It's
that
the
shit.
reverse.
I don't want it.
It's a villain origin story.
I don't like that.
That's what happens.
I don't want him to start off good. I would just want him to be bad. Can't somebody just be born bad?
Only people
you
like
just want
Jason
Joker,
Voorhees and Michael Myers
the Joker.
are like that.
Yeah, and they're all men. Wait, can't we just have some women born bad?
Yeah,
What, does it happen? It never happens. When do we see it happening? I thought we had it with Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. She was my favorite villain as a kid because she was just this like evil fairy that didn't play by all the goody good fairies rules. And I was like, oh, she's awesome. She's probably hot under that robe. Look at her.
Temperature wise?
Problems. Both. Yeah. I mean, she lived in hell and she turned
Very
into a
long
huge
limbs.
dragon. Then the movie comes out and it's like, oh, a man betrayed her.
That's usually how.
Does
Bad
it
guys
always
gotta
have to
start
be
somewhere.
Mark, men suck.
Men do suck.
We are just awful.
Men are awful.
Isn't that how bad people start? I don't know.
Some people
Watch
are just
Dahmer.
born
I don't
bad.
know. He was probably fucked up. Fucked up.
Some
from the beginning,
people
right?
we just don't know.
Born fucked up. Jane Gum was probably
Jane
always
Gum.
Buffalo Bill. Jane Gum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
was probably always
Okay.
bad.
All right, yeah.
Right.
Joker, we don't know what the hell
Joker,
happened to you.
yeah,
We don't know his
Joker.
origin story for real.
Boy.
Okay. Sorry.
Brian,
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
least favorite.
I thought they were all really good episodes. It was hard to, it was hard to pick a bad one, and I don't know if it's the episode that you were talking about because each episode had so many elements in it. But there was one episode, I think they were stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
And the episode at the beginning, like the first 10 minutes, was so fucking dark. I couldn't see what was going on. That was the episode I didn't like.
All right.
And it made
So it's
me,
the least favorite.
it was my least favorite.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my least favorite.
There you
like,
go.
like I said, each one had
Yeah,
elements.
you can like them all.
This was my least favorite because I had no idea what the fuck was happening in those scenes.
I don't like that either.
Did it make
so
you think
dark.
of Artax and the Swamps of Sadness?
I had no idea. I couldn't see what was going on. In
All
our
right,
text, you could
okay.
see the horse drown.
Oh, you sure can. It's hilarious.
True.
But it made me wish for the olden days of bad day for night shots,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where it was supposed to be dark, but it really wasn't.
That's right.
And you could actually see what was happening. It was just implied nighttime. Or at least put like a blue filter on everything,
Right.
you know?
Go
something.
filter.
See
something.
everything. Yeah. Blue filter.
Gefilte.
Make-
Filter.
Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish.
Maybe it was the same episode.
Make it an
as the-
episode of
as the
Blue
Bar Mitzvah.
It might
Blue
have been.
Stockings.
Yeah,
Silk
blue filter
stockings.
fish.
Blue stockings. Silk stockings.
Look who's
Blue
talking.
filter. Look who's stocking.
Look who's stalking too.
Tagline for
Electric
Child's
Boogaloo.
Play 3, I believe. Look who's stalking.
That was the one at the military school.
Oh, it's a fucking great movie.
You like the third one?
Not really. No.
That was one of those sarcastic
That was one of them.
recommendations.
It's not as good as 2. Oh,
Okay.
we're
So
done.
you didn't-
Okay,
any-
next category.
No, none of you.
So that was it.
The dark one.
Stuck at the
Oh,
dark
the dark,
one. The
okay.
one
Yeah,
you
the
didn't
one he
see.
couldn't see. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You better wake up and pay attention, honey.
Best character.
Lilia Calderon. Patty LuPone. She's my favorite character in the show.
You can see that, man.
I did like Jen Kale. She grew on me. Alice grew on me as the show went on. But yeah, I liked I don't know, besides Wiccan and Agatha and Death got the most complete story. For me at least. Everybody kinda had their shine. She got a whole episode that I just thought was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It was like amazing television. So I'm gonna go with her.
All right. I'm going with Death, obvious reasons that I've brought up before. I just think she's the most interesting character as well. I like the acting. I like the character. I'd like to see more of her. You know?
You never watched Legion? Did you watch Legion?
No.
That's right. She was on
She
that.
plays
she was on that too.
the Shadow King in that. And
No,
then,
I
like,
didn't.
Oh, she's so good in it.
No. I saw
It's worth a
her.
watch. It was only like 3 seasons. I think.
What was it? I first saw her in Funny People, and she was that
Oh, he's the
mousy
stand-up.
kind of cute
Yeah.
stand-up. And then I saw her on Parks and Rec, and I thought
go
she
to
was
Wilco.
awesome. And then we saw her in that movie, the what the hell was the one? She's a secret agent with it was the Guy Ritchie movie.
yeah.
I think.
The
Well, you gotta. It's a great movie.
Agent
Operation-
Fortune.
Operation.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
I
she
thought,
was
wow,
really
she
good in
can,
that.
not only is she hot, but she's actually a really good actress. And this is
Yeah.
just, I become more impressed with her as an actor.
Yeah.
And this is another example. I just think she's really good. And I think she has a lot of presence about her, those eyes. And I think she just kind of upstages everybody else. That's just me
She does in
personally.
general, like in
When
real
she's
life.
on scene, she just,
Right.
there's something about her.
You ever see the movie where she was like a nun? And
No.
It took place like in the Middle Ages. She was a nun in a convent in the Middle Ages, but like all the dialogue was like modern.
No.
Oh yeah, and I Jesus, I forget. There's one guy that shows up. He's supposed to be a mute, but he's not. So all the nuns are yelling at him to get the fuck out. Oh yeah. No, that was a weird one.
She's funny
Oh,
because
she's in Megalopolis. I have.
Oh really?
she
and Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah,
that was a
Safety Not
time travel
Guaranteed,
movie.
That was a fun.
she's one of those types like you don't really know how she is in real life because whenever you see interviews with her and stuff, she's always on. She's always like
Weird.
like sarcastic, sardonic, kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Very quirky.
That's her role. That's
A
who
little
she's
loud,
playing.
Right.
But yeah, I think she steals every scene she's in.
Oh, I remember seeing a trailer for that. That's the chick from Community, isn't
Yeah.
that? Or something. Alison Brie.
Alison Brie. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Dave Franco.
I
He
think
was
I
the
may
one.
have seen part of this movie.
Kate McCucci,
What did you say
John
about
C.
my
Riley,
Coochie.
Molly Shannon,
It's an
Fred
unfortunate
Armisen.
name.
Kay
Yeah.
McCucci.
Nick
She's from,
Offerman's
was it Arlo and
No, Garfunkel and Oates.
Garfunkel and Oates?
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
I know who she
she's,
is.
Speaking of big eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. Plays the ukulele.
She was in that horror anthology too.
Was she?
She's
I just
in,
remember her from
Cabinet of Curiosities, right?
Oh yeah.
Curiosities.
Yeah.
She's in that
The first
episode.
thing I was introduced to her in was Raising Hope. You never
watched
saw that
Oh,
one
with
Martha Plimpton? Yeah. Oh, it's a
I like
great
that show.
I saw
Cloris
her.
Leachman.
Cloris Leachman was on
Yeah,
the
was
show.
her grandmother.
I saw
Who
her.
was she on that?
She was a friend of the lead character.
Just a friend.
Yeah.
Like Bismarcky says, she's just a
She's
friend.
just a friend.
I saw her and Garfunkel, the other one there. They both
Art?
made appearances on The Big Bang Theory. As
I'm sure they
Oh
did.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Fucking dorks.
dorks that they are. They got those girls.
He was talking about us.
Oh, sorry. Well, we got those girls, didn't we? Yeah, that's right.
Garfunkel. I saw her in a movie recently with
What's her name?
the second Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
A24. She's
Yeah.
fucking naked in that shit.
Is she?
Oh no, that's not the
Yeah.
one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking she plays the.
This like girl in the.
She's
in the
married into
pool.
a family in,
No,
in some movie that I
Andrew
just saw
Garfield.
recently.
She's in a movie with Andrew.
Yeah, it's
Garfield?
called Girl in the Lake. It's like
No,
a.
what are you thinking? I know
Oh.
what you're thinking of because
Oh,
I know.
okay. I know
this.
which one you're talking
Girl in
about.
the
Is it a Guy
swimming
Ritchie
pool, girl
one?
in a pool, girl in
It
Is
might
it League of
have been.
League of?
Is it
Oh,
that
you know, I
gentleman?
still
that what
haven't
it
seen
is?
that movie. No,
The
the one he
League of
did with
She in
Henry
that?
Cavill
She
and
plays like she's married into the family. She's
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, the new one, the new
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie movie, the League of
Shadows.
no, shut up.
Gentlemanly.
Gentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah, warfare. What's her name?
Oates.
No.
You do that to me all the time.
I do.
You tell
That's
me
why
to
I'm
shut
not.
up.
That's why I'm not. No, that's why I'm not.
Coochie.
No, she's the other one.
I finally get one in.
You did.
Okay. Anyway, what's your favorite character, Derek?
My favorite character. Well, I mean, I'm partial to Catherine Hahn, so Agatha, and I love Death. But like Tito, my favorite is Patti LuPone.
Wow, I am missing something with this Patti LuPone thing.
Dude, she's great.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this show. I don't see the deal. But,
She is an
all right.
absolute powerhouse.
Okay.
And
I'm not gonna argue with you.
I am a fan of her whole body of work, and
You celebrate her
Dude,
entire
you didn't like
catalog.
I
her
do
in,
her whole catalog.
You didn't like her in.
I'll order
Penny
from that
Dreadful?
catalog any day.
That was
She plays a witch in Penny Dreadful.
Who? Aubrey
Patty
Plaza?
LuPone.
Patti
Oh,
LuPone.
Patti
she?
LuPone.
I
Yeah,
don't
she
remember
plays
her.
Ava Green's
She
therapist.
does.
Who's
You're
a
right.
witch.
She does.
For real?
Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
like flashbacks. And,
Yes.
yeah.
She's the one in the woods.
Shit.
Yeah, she's fucking
Yes.
awesome in that.
Okay.
You're right,
Well,
Tito.
all
Jesus,
right.
I forgot all about that.
Jesus, Tito.
Sure.
And when she played
Under the
Jesus?
Silver Lake is what it's called.
Oh, Knives Out.
Who's Knives Out?
Ricky Lindholm.
You're still on that.
Garfunkel. I'm sorry. I finally. Yeah, she's in the first Knives Out. She's married into that family.
Okay.
She's the brother's wife.
Yeah,
Oh,
Garfunkel,
okay.
not
Sorry.
Oates.
Garfunkel.
Garfunkel, the blonde.
Yeah.
The blonde.
Brothers.
That was gonna bother me. Yeah. The shitty.
Oh,
the shit
Michael
ass brother.
Shannon?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
No shit.
No
Sorry.
shit.
No shit. Can't say any-
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Can you, Russ?
Wow. That's my name.
No shit.
Brian, what is your favorite character?
Tim's mad. Him not getting-
What the hell?
I was just thinking of him's mad. Him not going to get any presents this year. I just started thinking about that movie and
Okay.
how funny it is. I'm sorry.
It is a funny
It is
movie.
funny.
It made
I'm
me
not going
laugh
to fault you
myself.
for laughing.
It made me laugh too much. Sorry, Brian.
Christmas is around the corner. We
Him's
can start
nervous.
playing.
Oh, that's what it is.
Him's nervous. He's shitting rocks. You shouldn't say that. Sorry, he's shitting bricks.
Rock, you bit my thumb.
So sorry.
What the hell is your
Who's your
favorite
favorite
character?
character?
My favorite character, I'm just going to cut it right to it, is Aubrey Plaza as Rio /
Oh,
Beth.
finally, somebody
Yeah.
else. Jesus.
I do love, I have it here, I do love Catherine Hahn as Agatha. I love Patty LuPone's
Catherine
character.
Hahn's
But yeah, I love the reveal of her being Death at the end. It was really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I like Catherine Hahn, but she's so funny, it's hard to take her seriously sometimes. She has very funny facial expressions, and she does tend to kind of overact a bit.
You think she hams it up a bit?
She's like the female Bruce Campbell for me.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
interesting.
I look at her and I see her funny all the time. Yeah, no, I like her. I think
Insanity
she's
lady.
really funny. I saw her in the Bad Moms movie and
Yeah, she's
We're
great.
the
Step
Millers
Brothers.
and all
Step
that.
Brothers.
She's
That was
great.
my-
No, she's great. But I have a hard time taking her seriously. It's like when Bruce Campbell tries to act serious, it's hard to take him seriously
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's funny. I saw her in Bad Moms first. That was my introduction to Catherine Hahn.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the movie, and she looks so familiar to me, even though I don't think I'd ever seen her in anything. But I was thinking that I had seen her in Saturday Night Live. For like the entire run of
Yeah.
that movie, I'm like thinking that she must have been on Saturday Night Live.
You don't
looks
think she
was-
looks like Anna Gasteyer?
See,
do
I
you?
did.
I
when
did.
I
I
first
think
saw
that's what I
We're
was
the
thinking.
Millers.
Gasteyer.
When
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
first saw We're the Millers, I swore that was Anna Gasteyer halfway through the movie.
Yep.
She kind of does, dude.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
She does.
A lot of
I'm
it.
not the only one. If I were the only one, you could say that's foolish, Mark. But smarter people have seen
That's
that, too.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't make that connection, but I always liked Catherine Hahn because I always, when I finally figured out who she was, I was like, oh, she looks a little different in everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in The Goods,
Right.
she's a fucking like
Smoke show. Yeah.
very seductive, but
Like
then in, like,
hyper-sex.
yeah, and
Well,
Step,
she's
in
she's
Step Brothers,
definitely
she's kind of like goofy, but
cute.
also very meek.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she's a great actress.
Was she in RV with Robin Williams?
Oh, I never saw
Cheryl
that.
Hines.
Or you know what? Or was it
Cheryl Hines.
or was it her and Nick Offerman in
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers
That's
when
what
they were
I
in
was
the RV.
talking about. That's when I thought
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Anna Gasteyer.
Anna Gasteyer.
You better wake up and pay attention, honey.
Oh, all right.
Because they kind of aged her up a little bit. They
Yeah,
made
yeah.
her
She was
dress
like a
older,
housewife, kinda, yeah,
and kind
exactly.
of like a church lady, so
Right,
it looked
the
like
sweater-
Anna Gasteyer's
sweater vest,
church
yeah.
lady. Maybe that's
they
why.
made her frumpy.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, she's very hot. I will give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Who's your least favorite character?
It's Billy.
Oh, Billy.
He's my least favorite of the show. I got to pick somebody, and I think all the other women in the show are so good. And like I said, like I'm not interested necessarily in the Wiccan character. It's Agatha all along, but it's the Wiccan show, and they kind of play buddy cop-ish kind of situation here. But it feels like after that first episode, he takes the show away from her, and then it becomes his show.
But
And
it's
I
kind
don't-
of
I don't love
she did
his
the
story.
same. She did the same to WandaVision, because that show, like everybody was,
Yeah, but I
they
think
liked her
she's-
so much on it that we were like, oh,
That's why we have
That's
Agatha.
why,
all
that's
along.
why I would,
You know?
I would rather that than the Billy story. I would rather see more Agatha. I like that. I understand his introduction to the show and what it does for the story, and it drives the story. It creates the road and all of these things for Agatha to play a part in. But then, and you get some at the end, right in the last episode, you get to see what happened to her son and all those things. and what she was actually doing with all the witches and where the song came from. And that stuff is really cool. It almost feels like a throwaway to me.
Yeah.
When I watched the last episode, I was like, oh, this is why they released them both on the same day. Because this could have been the 5th episode, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed a little
if
out
it
of
would have had
place,
the
didn't
same,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird split.
It just seemed like an odd epilogue to
When do
go
we
back.
want to drop this episode?
Yeah,
fuck it,
usually
we'll
they
talk
put
about the
this
end.
in the middle, like you said.
But yeah, he's again, I like the Coven and the witches so much that I would rather see them all the time. And I'm not concerned with his story at all.
All right. Mine's Patty LuPone. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to see what you guys would do.
You could say Patty LuPone.
No,
you'd be
actually, she's
wrong.
not. No, I'm with you. It's Billy. Sorry. Don't like him. Shut up, kid. Shut up. Eat some cake. Grow some meat on those skinny little legs. If you're going to be this powerful thing, you got to eat up, guy. You're way too malnourished. You can snap like a twig. You don't have to have giant tree trunk legs like me, but my God, man, you drive me nuts. You gotta.
That's funny. When I
Punchable
was watching
face.
and I was like, he's so
I don't like his
small.
face.
Punchable
I don't like his
face.
face.
Oh, Jesus.
It's my Josh Hurst moment. I don't like his face. I don't like his pouting. I don't
looks
care if you have nice cheekbones.
He looks like
Fuck
a dark.
off.
He looks. Speaking of Road Doll, he looks like a dark-haired James from James and the Giant Peach.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the big ears and
yeah.
his face is like a triangle.
He does. He looks like a living Tim
Leave
Burton.
the poor kid alone.
Like a
He looks
strawberry
like
shaped like a
Diary of a Wimpy Kid
Diarrhea.
drawing.
No, he does
He
not.
sure does. He's. I think.
Stop it.
No, it's true. He just jumped right out of that book and got some superpowers, baby, or something.
I like Wanda.
I like Wanda.
I want Wanda back.
Yeah.
I want my Wanda back, Wanda back, Wanda back. I want my Wanda back.
Billy.
She had 2 kids.
Oh.
Woo!
It's nice when it comes together like
On
that.
fire.
So good.
How about you there?
It's like,
Ryan?
Lennon and McCartney over here.
Yeah.
You feel it?
I didn't, even though, like I said, even though I knew who he was, I didn't like Teen at first, but he grew on me as the season progressed. But I will admit, in the beginning, when it was just Teen, I kind of
That was a cool effect, though. You got to admit, like whenever he tried to say his name and that
Right,
sigil.
the sigil.
Oh, that was
Oh,
no.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
I did. I
when they
did like
when they
that
first
gimmick.
showed it,
Yep.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Keep your thought.
Okay.
I thought it was like them. Like, it was like quickly sewing his
Sewing
mouth
his
shut.
mouth
Right.
shut. Me
Like
too.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
I agree.
That was cool.
No, I mean, and honestly, I was like, oh, this is who we've got for Wiccan.
Oh, you hate him
This is-
too.
No, at first, but he grew on me,
Well,
and by
no,
the
no.
end,
We accept that one of us. Google gobble one of us. We accept that one of us.
he looks the part. He's good for it. I like the kid. I've watched interviews with him and stuff in the cast, and I really do like the kid. I think
Yeah.
he seems like a really good kid.
I thought he looked the part by
Good
the
on
end
him.
too.
Right.
I thought he looked great in the costume.
Well, especially even like the final costume, like his ears weren't sticking out as much. They did. I know. I know. Because it is.
I didn't even go to the ears, man.
Dude,
was
you
me.
did.
That was
oh no,
me,
Brian.
No,
did.
Brian went to the ears. I said
I
he's
just thought he
got-
looked like the
I'm-
kid from
I'm-
James and the
I'm
Giant Peach.
concerned
I
about
will
his
admit.
health.
I will admit.
He
they-
wants to eat
no,
cake.
They stick out pretty far, and they were distraction in the beginning, but by the end, I don't know. I don't know how they did it, but.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's a different crown than the first
That's what
crown.
turned it around for you.
No, that's no, but it helped.
They pinned his ears back.
Fucking poor kid. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
About everything.
No, my
when
real-
I see an elephant fly.
My real least favorite character is Sharon, Mrs. Hart.
Sharon.
I love
Deborah
Deborah
Jo
Jo Rupp, but she just
Kitty.
she's just not needed. She wasn't needed in this. I guess
They needed a green.
There were,
witch.
like I said, there were payoffs and everything at the end, but like
It could have been hilarious, and she could have had a moment too that would have been like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome." That was a waste.
I thought it was
of a
wasted, too.
character. That was a waste of a character.
I thought Emma Caulfield was going to be the one pulled in because as I was watching, I was like, "Oh, Buffy, that'd be cool."
right,
Yeah.
and they brought her back. Like
Yeah,
it's
they bring
a
the whole-
random
they bring
person
all
to bring
those-
back.
Yeah.
So
They brought the dude with the mustache too, and some other.
That's
guy
right,
below.
yeah.
Yeah, the target David Schwimmer. He
That's
he
right.
looks
Yeah.
like if David Schwimmer melted
It's like
and then
if David
stopped
Schwimmer had a-
melting,
And
it
they
would have been.
If David Schwimmer had a kid with Sonny Bono.
Oh, that's pretty good.
wow.
It's true.
That's true.
He slammed into a tree.
Yeah, that's how Sonny Bono looked after the tree accident.
Yeah. Post tree.
Brian, who's your who's your
Post
least favorite?
traumatic.
Post traumatic.
You like that?
There it is, the funniest thing Tito's ever said and will ever say. Sorry, Brian, go
It's
ahead.
documented, though.
I had put that, not that they were my least favorite, but the Salem 7, they sounded so cool. Kind of like the Knights of Ren from the Star Wars sequels, and there was a lot of build-up and expectation, but in the end, they were kind of underutilized.
Yeah.
And they were barely a threat. So they were my least favorite.
Yeah, they were just like these evil Jawas. They were like,
I was like,
Right.
oh, the Salem 7, this sounds so cool.
Because that first episode, when then they arrive on the street, and like there's 3 of them, and then they kind of morph into 7.
And it's just, and then I'm like, and then they went nowhere. I'm like, it's just like Star Wars did with the fucking Knights of Ren. They showed them in one scene. They look so fucking cool. Can't wait to see these guys in the next movie, and they never showed up again.
They gave up pretty quick.
Yeah,
They were like,
really
after that boy, he went into the basement.
There wasn't even any close calls. Like,
No.
They and you didn't even see them at the end. They die in that room, but like you really didn't see anything.
Nope.
They were like Dementors that could walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Dementors.
Dementors.
You got a pretty good life.
Prison Mike. What was the worst thing about prison? The Dementors. You got a good life.
You got a good life.
Favorite episode of The Office. My favorite
That's very
episode
good.
of The Office. Nothing was funnier than Prison Mike. Okay. You got a good life. Do we want more Agatha All Along, or have we had enough?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We all want more.
Absolutely.
I would watch more.
Yeah.
I would watch more.
Even Ghost Agatha. I want more Ghost Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It held my interest enough. If there was another season, I'd check it out.
I like magic shit. I like mysticism.
Magic shit's
I
fun.
enjoy.
Yeah.
I would enjoy more of
Then
that.
we're going to see more magic, too, because now they all have their powers.
I like that, like, because that stuff is in Marvel, and so like there's a very big magic community, and there's a very big cosmic community, and they're kind of finally bringing those two in.
Yeah.
The supernatural,
the technological community.
Oh, what a word!
Right.
Yeah, and I like how Doctor Doom kind of bridges all of them.
Right.
He's coming.
Right. He's coming.
He's
Doomsday.
coming. Ooh.
Doomsday.
That's like 3 to 5.
We'll save that for
Doomsday.
Well, the spooky stuff from Marvel is fun. You know, you got the Werewolf by Midnight special, the Agatha series, the WandaVision series, the 20 minutes Moonlight was on screen. I mean, all of it connects. It's
27.
really beautiful. 27? 20. I count 20 minutes.
The Eternals post-credit scene with the Black Knight and Blade.
I haven't seen the Eternals.
Oh, yeah. Blade.
Yeah.
I remember.
And Doctor Strange. That stuff's fun. So now, Derek's.
Next time in the
next
MCU.
time.
Tito, what do you think is going to happen
Why don't we
next?
read this just right, Derek? We could give your opinion on where they should go with these characters next in the MCU. I am going to have nothing to contribute to this, though.
No?
So I'm going to jump off you guys.
I would like to see Billy so upset.
Billy. Whoa, Billy.
With what he did, that he takes Agatha's ghost and tries to go to wherever death is and get them all back. And I would like to see what the underworld or whatever that, maybe Mephisto is there, and tries to bring back Alice and fucking Patty, my girl Patty, and even Deborah Jo Rupp.
Yeah, bring
her back too. I would like to see that journey
Deborah
through.
Jo, how do you say her name? Deborah, that 70s girl, mom.
Kitty.
Like Kitty and Patty
love
LuPone.
Kitty.
How about a buddy cop
Kitty and Red
show with the two of them? I'd watch that.
I would watch that
Yeah, they should have had more scenes together.
They were fun.
Like more interactions.
She should have been. Billy should have died, and she should have been on more. I know it wouldn't make sense for the story.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. And then even Agatha doesn't necessarily have to be a ghost. She can actually be like corporeal in that world, whatever world they're looking for these folks in.
Corporeal.
Cool.
Do you like that one?
I do like that one.
It's a mystical episode.
Nice.
This week.
It's a magical, mystical journey.
A magical episode.
3 magical dads and a
Geeky
Tito.
Dads.
3 mystical
That's it.
dads.
3 mystical dads. Tito, I'm going to piggyback off yours, and I'm going to say,
I would prefer you not.
Well, I'm gonna.
All right.
Bend down, buddy.
Oh, my.
Get a running start.
Leapfrogging this shit. But I'm going to say bring Mephisto in just to shut everybody up. I'm sick of hearing about it. Just bring him in already and stop people from just...
What do you want him to do?
Mephisto?
He's the devil, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Give Spider-Man that stupid One More Day story. No, I hated that story. It's probably why I hate Mephisto, because of that whole One More Day Spider-Man story. Which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't read it. It's horrible.
One more day.
Well, what's he do? He's the devil, right?
Yes.
I would just like to let's have the witches fight the devil. Let's witches of Eastwick this shit. But instead of Jack Nicholson, this coven,
Mephisto moves to
including
Eastwick.
Kitty,
Right.
who makes an endgame like comeback when you least expect it.
Yeah, she does. She
and
picks up the hammer.
Fucks things up the way Milo does in The Mask when he gets the mask on. Remember that when he goes after all the gangsters?
The dog.
And they fuck up Mephisto.
They
Sorry,
fuck
Mom,
up-
I know you're listening. They screw up Mephisto.
That sounds worse.
Let's go with that. Yeah, that does sound worse, doesn't it?
They fist off McScrew-O.
Was it
That's
Peter
all-
Fonda?
In Ghost Rider?
In Ghost
yeah.
Rider? Peter
Yep.
Fonda played
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was the devil.
Yeah, he played Mephisto.
He was Mephisto.
Blackheart.
I thought he was
Yeah.
Blackheart.
Yeah, Wes
No, who
Bentley.
was Blackheart?
Wes
Blackheart
Bentley.
was his son.
Bentley.
Yeah, Wes Bentley.
And the
Those
second
movies
one
were
had like a
horrible.
whole crew of them, right? Wasn't there like a
I think so, but I
the one with like the tornado guy?
Yeah, there was a
think
water demon.
Water
and-
demon.
I think
Yeah.
I like legit watched about 12 minutes of that movie.
I don't remember. I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if I ever saw the second one.
Agreed, Tito. And I love Ghost
Spirit
Rider.
of Vengeance.
Yeah.
Did I
man.
see Spirit? Well, I remember.
Spirit
no,
of
but
Vengeance
Idris
was where
Elba's
he was
in it.
pissing fire. in the
Peter
trailer.
Fonda was in the first movie.
Peter
though,
Fonda's in
right?
the first
with
one.
Sam Elliott. So
He makes the
Yeah.
deal.
I only saw the
Sam
first one.
Elliott's in it. Yeah,
All right,
Eddie
well,
Mendez.
I'll watch the second Ghost Rider movie.
I mean, go for it.
Okay. No, I thought
It's Nicolas Cage. How bad could it be?
Right.
not bad at all. The bees.
The bees.
What'd you burn? Derek, who did you burn?
All right, so Agatha and Wiccan.
Holy hell! Look at this.
I think they're going to be on the hunt for Tommy. I think if they played it right, they could essentially do a season 2 of Agatha with the two of them and essentially adapt the Avengers Children's Crusade. And they could utilize it to finally bring the young Avengers together because they've been fucking hinting at it for so goddamn long.
Since what?
Kate-
WandaVision?
well-
Like, since how early? man?
Well, yeah, because I think that was the first.
Or at least Hawkeye.
Who was the first kid?
Because you got.
Oh, yeah, right. Because Kate Bishop.
Well,
and
technically, the first kid was Cassie Lang, but it was a different actress.
Right.
Scott Lang's daughter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they would finally be. They'd have an opportunity to finally do it. I think Jennifer Kale's connections in the Marvel universe, they're so vast that like she's been connected or affiliated with Doctor Strange, Man-Thing, Zatanna, and Topaz. Zatanna's
Zatanna.
no, not Zatanna. Zatanna.
Oh, of course.
The Midnight Suns.
Mhm.
And the Midnight Suns is a
They are
big
doing
one.
them in
Because isn't she like
Right.
a cousin of Johnny Blaze? She's somehow connected to
She
Johnny
might be.
Blaze.
I
like,
can't remember, but
and so like the baby.
Yeah,
this
there's
is
definitely-
how
yeah.
we get Ghost Rider in
Right.
the MCU.
I definitely don't think that we've seen the last of her, especially now that she's free in the world and has her powers back. I think Sashir Zamata was awesome, and she'd give a group like the Midnight Suns some diversity. Because my ideal Midnight Suns, if they're going to do it, is Blade, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Jennifer Kale, Moon Knight, and Elsa Bloodstone, who was introduced in
Boom.
in
In
Werewolf.
Yeah,
Maybe
Friday
even
Night.
throw in Jack Russell, the actual werewolf.
You know, I watched the color version of that.
I don't
Yeah.
like the color version.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it either.
I like the black and white one.
Yeah,
much
I
better.
did too.
Yeah.
I like seeing like what the people look like in their actual color, but
Yeah.
And then
was
I
like,
don't-
Oh, this isn't that great.
And I don't know if we'll see Aubrey more. I mean, technically, she's been, technically she's been in the shadows of the MCU the whole time. We just haven't seen her on screen, which would kind of be cool. I would love to see a little flashback with like
Her and Thanos.
her and all kinds of people. Like I was
The
going
butt.
through the list of people who have died in the MCU,
And the butt.
but like Tony, Natasha, Coulson, Meredith Quill, T'Challa, the Starks, the Illuminati, Yondu, Gamora, Aunt May. Like the list goes on. There's all these different people that have died and had
Yeah.
moments where they die, and it's like you can kind of do like
But in the comics, it was Thanos that was like trying to court Lady Death.
right, which they completely did away
I
with
know.
that part of the storyline. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if they.
Infinity War.
They could throw her in there.
I just
though.
like
Although-
how at the end of the Avengers when they said like to court this thing is like is to court death, and that was when they first showed Thanos and he kind of turns and looks at the camera like, oh yeah, courting death.
Right in the butt.
Well,
you guys get that, huh?
And
You're on board.
there was a thing that was posted online, and I don't necessarily trust it, so I don't know how true it is. But in Doomsday, there's talk about Thanos being involved, and I forget who the other character was, but it was another villain that's been in the MCU before.
Mephisto?
No,
Ultron.
no, no, I can't remember which one. But it was the whole idea is that if Doomsday is going to be, and it's leading into Secret Wars. In Secret Wars in the comics, there's a whole thing with Doom has recreated the world, and he's got Battle World, and he has all these barons basically, and Thanos is involved in that story. He's with like I think it's him and two of the people. Corvin Glade and who's the and Ebony Maw, like the three of them, and I don't know, a few other people.
There's 4 guys,
but they're involved, and I'm wondering if maybe they'll kind of introduce, like they'll put her and Thanos together in that if they do really bring him back for it. But we'll see. I don't know.
You think they jam pack a movie with that much shit?
Oh yeah, because
they could split it into
the
2.
fact that what are Joe and
before.
What were the brothers? Russo brothers.
Yeah.
They made a statement about how they would not have come back if they couldn't do something as epic, if not more, than Endgame and Infinity War. And
what's
so
gonna like? There's not, dude.
Exactly.
There's no on your left, man. We don't have that now.
No,
we don't have it.
No, because you don't.
We
have
don't
20,
have the scene of them getting
movies.
drunk and him moving the
Exactly.
fucking hammer a little bit. There's just no characters like that are gonna be like.
No, but I think now
20 movies of callbacks.
I ain't got shit that's gonna make my skin crawl.
But I
Like,
think
give
there
me
is
the chills, dude. I just don't
what
think
about
so.
Secret Wars? I know they had a show on it, but
No, that was Secret Invasion.
Secret
Wars
Wars
is the second Avengers movie that they're
well,
making.
yeah. Isn't
So-
that
Dude,
super
maybe
big? Yeah.
depends.
You
It
know?
depends.
And
Depends on what characters are in there that I care about, and then I'm excited.
Well, and I think
for
that
something awesome. That I may not.
I think the big part about those 2 movies is that you're going to have so many characters that have not been able to be in the MCU yet. So like eventually they're going to bring in all the X-Men, and they're going to bring the Fantastic Four. You'll
Was
see
Mr. Sinister
these teams.
the other villain you were thinking of just 2 seconds ago? I joked about Mephisto.
No, because he hasn't been in the MCU yet.
Okay.
It was I forget who it was.
I like Mr. Sinister. That's a
Yeah.
great
I hate his
design.
shoes, but I like
His shoes are kind
terrible.
of tacky. Rest
like
of them
elf
too.
shoes. They're like
They are
elf
kind of
shoes.
elf
They're
shoes.
terrible.
And Omega Red. I want to see some Omega Red.
Omega Red. Now we're
Holy
talking.
shit!
Fucking
yeah.
Russians.
Okay,
Brian, what do you think?
what
I already
would you
said
like
mine.
to do?
No, I'd Jen Kale being a cousin or relation of Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her bring Ghost Rider into the MCU.
Cool.
Did you
That's
ever
it.
watch the Robbie Reyes stuff? And
I didn't like it.
On Agents.
No, well,
I thought he looked cool. I don't like the idea of the car though.
Yeah, I agree. It should be a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did watch that season, and I was pissed that season was divided in 2. That the
Oh, he leaves.
he
Yeah,
left
yeah,
halfway
his story
through,
ends.
and
Yeah.
then it became the thing about the androids, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah. It was
stupid."
Yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, they sucked me in again." I was going to give up on the show.
Yeah.
The season before, and then they sucked me in because they're like, "Hey, we're bringing Ghost Rider on," and I'm like, "Well, fuck, I'm in."
Yeah.
And then it was only half a season.
I mean, for
It
ABC,
looked good for TV.
he looked pretty good. I thought he looked pretty
I thought
good. considering-
I thought the design of Ghost Rider
like
himself
the,
was cool.
the transformation when
Yeah.
his skin would fucking fall off. I thought
Yeah.
it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that was
effects were
kind of
good.
wasted.
But yeah, I wasn't that crazy about the car. I missed the motorcycle.
I do like Ghost. I'd like to see more Ghost Rider.
He's a cool
We-
character.
we will.
Cool.
He'll be back.
I mean, it's nice. It looks like we'll get some rated R shit, which is cool.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
Ghost
but
Rider
the-
should be a rated R
the dark,
film.
yeah,
and
the dark, more adult stuff.
dark
I'm
and
into.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They should do Black Label.
Well, that's DC.
Not Black Label. What's the Marvel one?
Max.
Marvel Knights.
Oh, Marvel
Marvel
Knights.
Knights.
I remember
Yeah.
Max was a dark series for a while. They went super dark with like
Skinamax.
no, just Max,
Oh.
not Skidamax. Tito.
M-A-X-X?
They had a
The
Max
Max?
Werewolf by Night, Max Punisher, Punisher Max, something like that. It was
In the butt.
friggin' brutal. Punisher in the butt. See, now you just did it again, and
I did it because Tito did it earlier.
you know how come you get to it and I don't?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God damn it. You're being one of them hypocritiuses there. So that's Agatha.
That's Agatha. All
It was
along.
Agatha all along. See it. We all recommend it. 4 out
Oh,
of 4
yeah, it's
dads
fun.
recommend it.
Yeah, check it out.
Definitely
On the Witch's
check it
Road.
out. If you're a Patti LuPone fan, really check
Yes,
it out.
definitely.
Because I had no idea we had such Patti LuPone fans here.
How can you not be? She's just.
You didn't watch those episodes of Law and Order, man. All right. Anyway,
Well, that means she's a good actress. If she made
it's
you,
the
she made you
same
hate her
reason.
like-
It's the same
like you
reason.
do.
Know who she used to
It
remind
took
me
It took me a long time to like, what's his face from Idris Elba, because he played such a wonderful prick in The Office.
I have.
Oh, that's right.
A
He hates
hard
Jim.
time
Yeah, yeah.
liking him.
I liked that he hated Jim.
I like that he hated Jim. He gave Jim a run for his money, but he was an ass to Michael Scott.
Oh,
and
true.
He's sad.
Yeah, that's true. He was a
it
jerk
was
to
it was
Michael Scott.
and he did it so well and so convincingly. So I think the same thing can be said of Patti LuPone here. But I got nothing against her. What? Who does she look like?
She always used to remind me as a kid of Follow That Bird.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
The
Miss Finch.
Miss Finch.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I could see that.
I always thought she looked like Deanna Troi in a bender.
That was
like
the
if
woman-
Deanna
I
Troi
could
got
see that too,
smashed
yeah.
and all drugged up and never recovered.
What's the actress from
Yeah.
MASH, the film? She
Oh,
was-
Loretta
she-
Swit?
Yeah, is that right?
Loretta Swit.
Well, she was one on the
Oh,
TV
she
show.
was
From
in
Back
what
to School?
series?
The one that's in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. She plays his professor.
Oh, no, not Loretta Swit. I know you like her too, Sally
yeah.
Kellerman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the voice of Miss Finch.
Yep.
Okay.
Patty LuPone. Shout out Patty LuPone.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Friend of the show.
Shout out to Patty LuPone.
my friend.
Shout out to Agatha. Shout out to Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey
I
Plaza.
think that's going to be
Plaza.
I think the title of our episode this week will be Patty LuPone All Along.
Oh,
There you go.
All day, all night. Patty
At
LuPone.
Marina's house.
If only.
Not in my house.
Mark's
Maybe
house.
after a few.
Maybe after a few.
Because, I can afford to be picky. Okay, what's making our geek flag fly, gentlemen? What do we got?
I got two quick ones. I haven't seen anything new. I saw this trailer though for Skeleton Crew.
That looked good.
That looks like a lot of
that
fun.
looks really
It's
good.
kind of right up my alley. I love that I don't know what language it's supposed to be in, but they're playing Major Tom throughout the entire
Yeah.
But they're
trailer.
new Star Wars characters.
and they're new Star Wars characters,
I'm
and,
all
they look
for
like
that,
fun,
something
and it looks like a
different.
fun ass show.
Yeah.
I will check
I
it
told
It's
you
like
it was
the
giving
Goonies,
me major
right?
Goonies
Yeah,
vibes.
right. I
Yeah.
love shit like that.
Good enough for you.
That'd be cool if they had that song
They
but
should.
in like another language.
In Japanese. Hootini.
Oh,
Hootini. Wakawa.
Jawian?
Jakawa Hootini. Escubanya. Escubanya. I don't know. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, Mark.
Thank you.
You're quick on your toes there.
Oh.
Twinkle toes.
Doesn't happen often, believe me. I don't have the tiny little Billy legs. I can't do it.
Oh, just call me Billy. Everyone does.
He's like Detective Baby Legs from Rick and Morty. he's running. And he's got these little tiny Slender Man legs. I'm gonna come to your rescue.
He can fly now, though.
Yeah, he can fly. Good thing.
He can fly. He can fly. He can fly.
Oh, he's totally Peter Pan. He's Peter Pan.
Oh,
Peter
yeah.
Pantsless.
He would be a great Peter Pan.
Peter
boy.
Pan.
He would be a good Peter Pan.
He's shirt cocking it. Remember
Sorry,
when,
Tito.
And when Deadpool
No,
had the
okay.
tiny little baby legs?
The second
Wow,
one.
Detective Baby Legs, you found them. Yeah, because I'm a good detective. Oh, this is me when I run. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm calling Billy Detective Baby Legs
Oh, just call me Billy. Everyone does.
because I'm a dick.
Why not?
Continued. I'm sorry, Tito.
That's okay. The only I saw the Joker, Folly Ado.
Oh,
I kind of liked it.
And you liked it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I like their performances. I think I don't know. I guess I want to watch the first one again, but I thought he was fantastic, and I thought she was fantastic. The story's kind of everywhere, but so is the Joker. So not the first movie, but the character. So it's very
Appropriate.
yeah, for sure.
Is a lot of the musical stuff going on in his mind?
We don't know.
Some of it, maybe.
Because that's what I just assumed when I saw all the dancing.
There's one point where he goes, he gets time off, not time off for good behavior, but because he's doing good. They kind of reward him by sending him to like a music class that's happening. Yeah, seriously, on another part of the.
That's hilarious.
There's like music therapy,
right?
Kind of, not music class, but music therapy.
That's where
and she's an inmate.
And she's there,
right? She's not a psychiatrist.
No.
Right?
Well,
No.
she has a backstory.
Yeah.
Oh. And you haven't seen it yet?
Well, no, because I heard such bad things about it. I was like,
You gotta see
I'm not
it.
going
It's-
to
Did
see
you guys
it.
see the honest trailer that I
Oh, I thought it was
I haven't
hilarious.
watched it.
It's very
I
funny.
didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
watch
It's
it.
gonna, if you haven't, I mean, it's gonna give a lot away.
I'll see the movie.
Yeah.
As far as like
I
scenes
gotta
and
see
Yeah,
the
but you'll
movie
forget
at
about
least
it before you.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, I thought that honest trailer was really, really funny.
Yeah, it was
I
funny.
just thought they were both really, really good. I didn't realize that Brendan Gleeson was in it.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good actor. You know, I like actors. Brendan
dude.
Gleeson's in it.
Yeah.
Lake Placid's on Brendan
Who's his
Gleeson.
lawyer? What's that actress's name? From being John Malkovich.
Oh,
Catherine
Catherine Keener.
Keener.
Catherine Keener's in it.
Yeah,
She's
you're
very
right. I forgot
good.
she was in it.
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah,
Virgin.
I was surprised that
She a virgin?
I didn't know anyone who was in this movie. I don't mind the musical stuff, but I like romantic films, and it is a bit of a romance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought it was.
It's
I thought
kind of an origin story for another villain too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
But you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't like the ending.
Oh.
yeah.
The ending threw you off, Brian. That's what you were.
I didn't like the ending.
Okay.
I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I could
All
see
right.
why you
Now
want
I'm
it.
Yeah.
curious.
I could see why you want it.
I already had it spoiled.
It's
I know
so
what happens.
It's
Yeah.
so deliberate that I almost kind of think it's genius. But if
I heard
if
they wanted to do it in the last one.
Oh, really?
And Nolan said no.
Right.
Because he was
interesting.
like producing it.
Yeah.
And he says, no, you're not doing that. You're not tying it into my movie.
He did.
Yeah.
What a prick.
And,
Well,
and
I
then,
read a
and
lot
then
of
I don't
stuff
think
where
he's-
Todd Phillips didn't speak to anybody about anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Which made me really.
Yeah. And
Which,
then, and
the
then he did it
lore
in
of
this
the
one, and I
movie
was like,
is-
oh, you fucker, you did it anyway.
Right.
Chris,
feel
good.
like-
You know what? Good
They
for
literally
him.
gave him
Chris
carte
Nolan.
blanche.
Chris Nolan
Yeah.
doesn't own Batman.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But I could see why he wouldn't want it associated with his.
Why?
With his film.
Did it make his Batman movies interesting in the slightest? You know?
No,
I
I didn't
like
think these were interesting.
I
in the
like my
slightest either.
Batman movies to put people to sleep.
Look what he did to some of the fucking characters. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Fuck Nolan.
Who?
Yeah.
Nolan.
Oh,
Nolan.
What the hell just happened?
What? What happened?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. When did we get on the Nolan?
spaced
hating
out.
train?
Patty LuPone. Let's.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind the end, but
Do either of you think it would make Mark's rotation based on what you know?
No.
No.
You don't think I
No.
would enjoy
no.
it?
Would it
Okay,
make,
ooh,
would
Oh,
it
will
make
you
mine?
enjoy it?
Will
Huh?
I enjoy
Would it make mine?
I
do you
may.
think?
Yeah,
I
it might make yours.
I would
There's
watch
enough
it
music
again.
in it where
Okay.
it might make
I
yours.
would watch it again.
All right,
But-
we'll watch it again.
Didn't you say it's like the same song
It's
every
the same
time?
like two songs over and over again. I thought.
So like Agatha.
No, it's different. It definitely sounds like the same songs over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not the same songs. The words are always different.
And it's not just her new album, right?
No.
Because her new
No.
album is called Harley Quinn, and there's a song called The Joker, and like.
Oh
I-
no,
Maybe
yeah.
it is then.
I don't
So
think there's any. They're singing any original songs.
Okay. Oh, they're all songs that are already existing in the world.
Yeah, because it's weird. Because it's like,
They're like American
it's
standards.
contemporary,
Right,
but
yeah.
it's yeah,
The old American songbook.
Kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Although it takes place, in the world that it takes place,
Yeah,
but they're
but
singing older
that,
songs.
that one song that they keep using the same thing, like I'm going to build a mountain.
Oh yeah,
And even
yeah,
one
yeah,
person
yeah,
says,
yeah.
"What the fuck does that mean?" And like, but they keep singing it.
Yeah.
Somebody
I'm
said
gonna
that in
build
the
that
audience.
I'm like, no, in the movie.
Oh, in the movie,
Yeah,
somebody said
somebody
it.
says,
Yeah.
"What the fuck does that mean? I'm
Was
going to
it
build
Chris
a mountain.
Nolan?
How do you build a mountain?"
There's some setup though. You could see kind of where the end is going to come
Yeah.
from. When it happened, I was like, oh yeah, of course. I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
Even without knowing, even if you didn't know, if you saw this
Okay.
thing, you'd
I'm
be like,
intrigued. I'll check it out.
oh, that's going to come
I
back
gotta watch
later.
it at least once.
Oh, okay, here it is. I think it's worth at least one watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Brian and I will watch it again.
Good luck.
I'll watch it with Tito.
Yeah, I'll see it again. I
Yeah,
would totally see it
All
again.
right, cool.
I don't know if I'd watch it again.
Okay. Ooh, now I want to see
You know,
it.
it's weird. It's weird. It's like the first Joker, I saw like 3 times when it first came out. I haven't seen it since. And I haven't had the urge
Desire
to.
to.
Yeah,
watch
no,
it.
same.
I've seen it twice. Don't need to see it
Yeah,
again.
I've seen it
And I
twice.
It's a
think
good
it's
movie.
very
watch it
good.
again.
Yeah, but it's a good
very
movie.
but, like,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe it's because I'm not a huge fan of Joaquin Phoenix either.
That could do
Oh,
it.
and it's
Yeah.
fucking
That
depressing.
could be it.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
depressing.
It's a depressing movie. I'm
His
not.
performance is like sad.
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's
Dark
then you'll love part 2.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you thought the first one was sad,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
Oh.
depressing.
Oh, it's
dude.
depressing.
I love it.
Yeah. I maybe I'll have to wait to watch this. 'cause-
and a lot of the second one rehashes the first one because it's going over the first movie in a courtroom drama.
Yeah.
Ooh, watch it. No,
Yeah.
watch it now. Let it out. Let it all out now.
I don't know.
It'll be very cathartic.
What about you, Mark?
Oh, geez, what's making my geek flag fly?
Oh,
well,
geez, dear.
you know, last week we had Dean Kaluzdian on.
We sure did.
And after the show, we watched the incredibly terrible Halloween 5,
We sure did.
which we did not do a recording of this year. We usually record us watching a Halloween movie for a special Halloween episode. We just did not have time to record one, but we did watch it. And that's probably a good thing because it's really not
It was
a very
awful.
good
No,
movie.
it was-
It's definitely at the
Derek
bottom
fell
of the
asleep.
I fell
did.
asleep.
Derek
did.
fell
He fell
asleep.
asleep
I did.
too.
I fell
I
asleep
stayed up for the whole
towards
thing.
the end.
Tito, Dean,
Really?
and I stayed
Yeah.
up. We stayed awake for the whole thing. We
I had
suffered through the
hopes.
whole thing.
I
Yeah.
hope something was gonna
Yeah.
Happen?
get exciting.
So what we are going to do is we're going to give you a slasher special Thanksgiving bonus episode where we're going to watch Thanksgiving, Eli Roth's Thanksgiving,
Good movie.
it.
and record us doing that instead to make up for this one. But all that aside, Dean recommended the book to me, Taking Shape, which is about the making of all the Halloween movies. From Halloween.
Oh, it's a book.
It's a book.
You can barely read this.
Well,
piece of
wasn't he
paper.
telling you about the audio books, right?
Well, you know, Tito, we're sponsored by Audible.
Oh, somebody's reading it to you.
Someone's reading it to me. A
Perfect.
very fine British man. Can't remember the name. He's reading me the book, and I'm driving
Feeding
my
him
car.
soup.
But it is
worth betting.
it's an excellent book. If you are a Halloween fan, it talks all the Halloween movies. It talks the novelizations, the deleted scenes, the scenes they didn't use, the original treatments they didn't use,
interesting.
and it's
Who reads
awesome. I can't remember the actor, unfortunately, but it is by Dustin McNeil and Travis. Boy, I can't
Barker?
remember.
I was gonna say Travis Barker.
Travis Barker.
Clive
It's
Barker.
It's like by
Travis Tritt.
Barker Brothers. I mean, no, that's Barker Brothers.
I have it on. You know what? I have it on my.
John Carpenter.
No.
Because that'd be cool.
Dustin McNeil.
Christian Francis, whoever that is.
Oh, Christian Francis, that old chestnut.
Dustin McNeil and Travis Mullins, Taking Shape. If you're a Halloween fan of the movies, of the series, check it. He goes through all of them and talks about why they're good, why they suck. There's interviews with the filmmakers, the writers of the novels, some of the cinematographers, directors. They interviewed Dwight H. Little, who directed 4, which is one of my favorites. It is excellent, and I guess there's a Taking Shape 2, which is all the unreleased scripts, stories they could have done that never even made it.
Saw the light of day.
Script. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm almost done with this one, so that's making my geek flag fly. That's one of them. The other thing is I am watching The Penguin, and it is quite literally right now the best thing on television. And that's all that I'm going to say.
Agreed.
And maybe it's not a good idea to watch The Penguin and watch Agatha at the same time when you're watching 2 shows, because Agatha's fun, but it's Penguin for the win when it comes to quality television. I mean, there is like...
Have you watched the Sophia
contest.
episode yet?
I am on episode.
I've
started.
Like with
episode
Sophia's
4.
in Arkham.
No, I have not.
Oh,
no,
that was a good one.
We just started.
You think it's good so
we've
far?
We've watched the first 3 episodes. Tito, you told me it just keeps getting better. I love this show. I want to do an episode on it when it's done. And I'll say it right now. I think Colin Farrell's phenomenal, and he deserves. Actually, him and Sophia, they deserve the friggin' Emmys for best actor, maybe best TV show. This is just.
Is that Jean Smart that plays his mom? Who plays the Penguin?
No,
she looked like Jean Smart.
She's great too.
I forget her name.
She does.
No, it's no. I don't think it's anything.
I kept meaning to look it up, and every time I look at it,
good,
she's awesome.
Dude, she's got
and
some
even the
great
kid,
scenes.
I forget his name.
Oh, Victor.
like
the
Victor.
kid who was in. Fuck, who is? The Runaways.
Yeah, he was on the.
Oh, he was on the Runaways. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why he. That's why he looks familiar.
Yeah, I like him.
My wife and I watched that when it was on.
I like everybody.
I like
on
his
that
whole
show.
story arc and everything.
Dude,
Clancy Brown
as
is
Sal
awesome.
Maroney.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, they're all good.
Oh
And
wait,
what's her name?
Just wait.
Your girl as his wife with the sexy.
Oh
yeah,
voice.
I
can't say
Shori
her name.
Agdalashu.
Thank you.
Look how easy it rolls off
I
his
know.
tongue.
Well, he's the
only.
brains. That's why.
Do not put your dick in it. It's fucked enough already.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, do it to me again.
Who?
Deidre O'Connell
Okay.
plays Frances Cobb.
Okay.
She's great too.
She is.
This is an amazing show, and it's a home run for DC. I said this to my buddy the other day. I'm texting. I was like, it's crazy. Marvel releases more content, and it all goes from various degrees of good to good enough. DC, it either hits a home run or it flops miserably.
Right.
There's no happy medium with these two, with its movies or shows. But I love the Matt Reeves universe, and I read he's going to expand this universe further, and I hope he does because it's fucking
and
phenomenal.
be more character-driven series.
I absolutely love it.
So when I went to the panel at Comic-Con and they were saying who's a villain that you would like to see get their own show, and when they got to Clancy Brown, he was like Salvatore Maroni. Obviously, should have his own show. And then he was the last one to answer. It was very funny.
And I would watch it.
Yeah, so
I would if it's in that universe and those characters are in it. I would totally watch it.
Mm.
All right, those are mine.
No, I honestly I haven't had time to do anything. I keep rewatching Has Been Hotel, which I talked about last week, and that's pretty much all I obsess over things. When I find something that I really like, I latch on and I rewatch and I like listen to all the soundtrack and I learn everything I can about the actors and I watch YouTube clips and so I'm still on that kick right now.
All right, well come back next time and hopefully
next week I'll have something else.
I do that stuff too. If there's
Yeah,
something
it happens.
I like, I look it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
People do it. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I obsess.
All right, well, stop being so weird.
No.
Brian
was making yours.
Daredevil and Wonder Man trailers were dropped, along with the Skeleton Crew that Tito had mentioned. Those were on my geek flags. They look great. I can't wait to see them. Unfortunately, we have quite a ways to wait for both of them, all of them.
7 to 9 years
Well,
at
Skeleton Crew comes out soon.
And Daredevil
I believe
next year.
so.
And Daredevil, I think, is next year.
Skeleton Crew
Yeah.
comes out
Oh,
very
good.
soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Marvel
that
is stacked next year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out next year.
There is. The Penguin, like Mark said, I'm working my way through that. I'm all caught up. I can't wait to see where it goes. I love it. Like you said, Colin Farrell is awesome. And I was never a big Colin Farrell fan until recently.
Until Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
Some people don't
Horrible
like
Bosses.
you. Now, why would they think that?
Only Murders in the Building wrapped up. That was great.
I haven't finished.
And they're setting up the next season. So it looks good. What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious.
Oh, I have to watch that yet. Okay.
It's hilarious. There's one hilarious episode where they discover that they can hypnotize each other while they're sleeping, so they fuck with each other.
Oh, Jesus.
Is this the last season?
It's the last season, unfortunately. Yeah, and they forgot that they had a fifth roommate that they left in a super slumber. They were supposed to wake him up 30 years ago, and they forgot all about him.
That's cool.
Yeah, they
That's what you
discovered him.
Oh, gee. They brought on the Poochie.
Yeah,
This is
no,
the Poochie.
he doesn't. He was in one episode so far. I don't know if he shows up
okay.
again,
All
but
right.
yeah, he was kind of pissed off with them, and he took off. But yeah, who's this Jerry? Oh my God, Jerry! We forgot about Jerry. It's a great show. Check it out if you're not watching it. Go back and watch all the previous seasons. It's great.
Awesome. Let me throw in too. Sarah and I started watching Hysteria on Peacock.
How is it?
It's great.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch.
That's the one with
yeah.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
What is the premise of that show?
It is Satanism in the 80s, and they're blaming rock and roll.
Oh,
Anna
it's the
Camp is
Satanic
in that.
Panic.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep, it's a great show. The lead kid wants his band to get noticed, so they pretend to be Satan worshipers. What they don't realize is there's a Satan worshiping cult in town, and it goes.
Is it a comedy or is it?
It's comedy.
Okay,
it's a comedy.
All right.
It's horrific comedy. It's not scary,
all right.
but there are elements of horror in there.
Okay.
Have you
It's
watched
fun.
Grotesque yet? Or
No.
Grotesquerie, whatever it is?
No, I have
With,
not.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Travis Kelce in there? right?
Yeah.
Is that what's this dude that makes those shows?
Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
that did
American Horror Story, Glee.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen that yet. I'll have to check that out too. But yeah, give Hysteria a 5. A try. Give it a 5.
I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow!
Hi.
Give it a 5 out of 5.
I never fucked a 10, but one night I fucked 5 twos.
Give it a 5.
Check her out.
All I've got is 2 5s.
She's a
Check
5.
out Miss Barrett's apartment.
Yeah, you got what's her name from I'll go check it out. From Modern Family. Julie Bowen
Yes.
is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's wonderful. And
Dude, that's
Bruce
what they were
Campbell's-
staring at.
Yeah,
Bruce
that's what they
Campbell
were
and
looking
Anna
at.
were
Yeah.
staring at a poster.
Yeah.
The
I
4
didn't-
big
and then
pillar
they
things
left,
that
and
were
I
hanging.
looked up and I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
that's
Hysteria.
fucking Anna Camp. That's their show. Oh,
Check
that
out
makes
the
sense.
show.
It all makes sense now.
It's fun.
It did. It didn't make any sense
it
to me. I was
didn't
like,
at
what
the
the fuck is... That's why it seems so weird. I was like, what? Oh, why is Bruce Campbell...
They're out there like checking out their own merch. They're
Yeah,
like,
weird.
exactly.
Look at. I'm on a big billboard.
My face is huge.
It does look good, though.
Look at that mole.
You know, Tito has a very interesting Bruce Campbell story. Tito has many interesting stories, and the Bruce Campbell one just being one of many. So if you want to go back and listen to some of his great stories, or go back to the last episode or previous episodes where he talks about such wonderful, humorous stories with great antidotes, or just anecdotes.
Are you retired?
Anecdotes. I'm retired tonight. Yep. Anecdotes, not antidotes. Wow. Brian, where can they go?
I'm so happy that happened.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to go get a CAT scan.
I have one over there. That's I thought he was making noise.
This guy's tasting pennies.
Coke Zero.
Are you smelling
That'll do
toast
it.
too?
Yeah.
They can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.
The number 3.
5.
3 shall be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shall be 3. 5 is right out.
Podcast.com. And as Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons where you can easily subscribe to us. If you're not already a subscriber, we encourage you to hit one of those buttons to the podcast platform of your choice, and that way you will never miss an upcoming episode. While you're there, or wherever you can rate and review podcasts, please leave a 5-star rating and a review. It goes a long, long way to help push us a little bit further forward from the rest of the podcast pack, and And more importantly, it helps others to find us while they're searching for great geeky content like we hope we provide. Our social media presences are also linked at the website. We can be found at Facebook, Twitter, now X. Actually, I'm not even going to bother mentioning Twitter, now X anymore because I really don't bother putting anything on Twitter, now X.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook,
Instagram. I'm not even going to bother.
Twitter, now X.
I don't.
Fuck Elon Musk.
You say it. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't even put anything on Twitter now, X.
We can be found at Facebook, Instagram, and our audio can be found weekly on YouTube as well. And if you like the show, and we hope you really like the show, you might consider giving a small donation to help keep the show going. Because as we always say, podcasting is not cheap, and we have a Ko-fi link to the website there, which is convenient. Please and thank you. And with that being said, Mark, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you out there, everybody, for listening, and back to you.
Yeah, buy me a coffee. I think I need it. It's been a long day at work. I just don't know if I'm gumming or coing.
Gumming or coing?
No, did that one I did on purpose. You like that? I redeem myself. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, guys, as always. Thank you out there, everybody, for listening. Until next time, for 3 Geeky Dads, I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
Saying good night and keep watching the skies, because eventually Mephisto is going to show up.
Eventually.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not coming. Yeah. I'm done.
Mephisto's going to show up, and he's in a fisting mood.
Mephisto and his anecdotes. Anecdotes.
Anecdotes. He's still saying it wrong.
I'm still saying it wrong. Anecdotes.
Anecdotes.
Well, it sounds like anecdotes, though.
Think Anakin.
No, I try not to. I hate those movies. Anecdotes.
I hate you.
Antidotes. Anti-goats. Oh, God, it's too late. Good night.
So, I still have Messenger. So like if Tristan and Chris message or the stuff.
That's the only way they communicate.
Yeah, they were sending their sympathies to us all last night.
And the guy from
You ever try WhatsApp? WhatsApp. You can
WhatsApp?
do through
WhatsApp.
Wi-Fi. It's essentially like what a lot of people use in different and like other countries to communicate. Like if I was to go abroad, I could WhatsApp my wife, and it's just going through Wi-Fi.
WhatsApp.
Yeah. I don't know if they use it, but
yeah.
I noticed when I was in Mexico, everybody was using WhatsApp. I was like, oh shit, because there's Wi-Fi everywhere. So
they have Wi-Fi in Mexico?
You bet they do.
Mexico.
Bet your ass they
Just the guy that runs around with paper, writes the message, runs over to the next one.
What's that?
Andre, arriba. Speedy Gonzalez.
LOL.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
His high cousin.
Oh, I remember that.
Rodriguez.
He's my cousin, Slowpoke. It's Speedy Gonzalez. He's my cousin.
This Bizarro Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah,
it was like
pretty
a
much.
slower.
Like Scooby Dum was Bizarro Scooby Doo.
That's right.
Well, Scooby Doo was kind of dumb.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What was the girl?
Daphne.
No, there was a girl dog.
Velma.
A girl dog.
There was a girl
we
dog.
talked about this.
There was a girl dog. It was Scuba-Dina, I think.
Scuba-Dina. Skibbity.
Scooby-Doo. Wop.
Quabbity.
Skibbity Scat. Ski-Babbin.
23 Skidoo.
Shapoopy.
Shapoopy.
I'm gonna go with Scuba-Dina. That's what I'm thinking.
It's easier than that.
What?
Mrs. Scooby?
Scooby.
Oh,
Scuba Steve.
Scooby Deer. Scooby Darling.
Scoobette.
Scooby D.
Scooby D.
D. Like Ruby D. Remember Ruby D?
The actress. Yeah.
Famed actress of The Stand.
What's her hubby's name? Ozzie Davis.
That's
Ozzie
right.
Davis. The
That's why
man.
he's in The Stand.
Yes.
Because the actor that was supposed to play that part ended up bailing, and he was on set, and Ruby D was like, "What about my husband?"
Cast my husband, you bitch.
Bubba Hotep's Ozzie
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
12
Cliff
Angry Men.
Huxtable's dad, Ozzie
Right.
Davis.
Really? Ozzie
Yeah,
Davis wasn't
was
Cliff
Bill Cosby.
Huxtable's dad.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a different guy.
That's
You
a
sure?
I'm positive.
Yeah, it was a
I always
different
thought it was Ozzie Davis
No,
that played
no,
his dad.
you
That guy
know.
looked like a doctor.
I know who
So
you're
does
thinking
Ozzie
of.
Davis.
Like he.
Ozzie Davis.
It was probably the sweater. It was probably the sweaters that just makes me
Sweater.
look like.
No, that guy looked like a
Sweater.
doctor.
Ozzie Davis.
I think he might have been.
Who was Bill Cosby's dad in that show?
I was gonna type it in, but then
Ephraim Zimbalist.
Derek was really
No,
making me laugh.
Ephraim Zimbalist was white.
He was also Alfred.
He was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cliff.
Earl Hyman.
Earl Hyman.
Hey-o.
He
This
broke.
guy.
American stage actor.
You're not that.
Died in
oh,
2017.
I remember him in that show.
See, he looks like a fucking doctor. Look at him. Look at that headshot for
Why?
IMDb.
Because he's wearing glasses?
Yeah, and a shirt and tie. He just looks.
He does look like a doctor.
Right?
I'll in that photo, sure. I'll go with you.
In all photos, look at him.
No, he just looks like a grandfather.
Fuck me.
Look at him. He's like, son.
Come on, look at that sweater
No,
vest.
look at him. He's like, did you just roofie Claire? And Bill's like, I sure did, Pop. I learned it from you.
No, it was Tootie.
Tootie.
No, that's the facts of life.
Rudy.
Rudy.
Rudy,
Sorry.
Tootie, Fresh, and Fruity.
Rudy, not Tootie.
Rudy Patootie.
She looked like a daughter. That's why she played one.
Tootie. Rudy or Tootie?
Rudy.
Oh, Rudy looked like
I mean,
a
she
daughter.
could have been one of their daughters. Come on.
She looked
She
like a
looked like
doctor.
a
daughter.
Like a young doctor's daughter.
She had the pigtails with the little
the dress.
the bubble braids.
the little-
I'm surprised you weren't
totally.
picturing like Sean Astin in a football uniform. Oh, Rudy, yeah, okay.
Actually, Rudy did play football.
Remember
I
Rudy on
remember.
the play? Oh, did he? Did
Rudy did play football on the show, I remember, and she won her first game. And
Did they
everybody
chant her
was
name?
so
Rudy,
happy.
Rudy.
And then she lost the second game, and she was sad, and Cliff had to go up and explain to her, sometimes life isn't what you want it to be. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose, or some shit like that. It was a moral lesson about that's life. Sometimes you win, and
That's
sometimes you lose.
life.
That's life.
And sometimes you roofie people. When, you know,
people say.
you gotta make your own destiny, Rudy.
Riding high in April, shot down in May.
All right, I'm ready when you are. I'm ready when we're all ready.
All
It's a
right.
lot of Cosby.
You guys
talk
ready?
now.
You want the
You
boom joke?
guys brought him up.
No, it's fine. I love it. I could talk Cosby all night.
Let's do it.
We're not doing the Halloween theme
No,
anymore. I take it? Okay.
we're back to the original theme. Yes. Thank you.
That's the one.
There it is.
I had to refamiliarize myself with it. It's been 6 weeks.
In case you forgot.
2 weeks. No, it's great. It's good. We like it loud.
Sounds like.
Did it seem really loud?
No, I think we were just surprised to hear it.
I guess not.
Who is your Cosby and what does he do?
Well, who does he do?
Whoever I want. You want to be a star, don't you?
Have I told you about the Spanish fly?
25 no's and a yes is still yes.
So we're off to a good start.
You
It's
ready?
going to be a fun show, yeah.
Hey guys, what do you tell two witch girlfriends who keep jumping in the air?
What?
Get a broom.
Oh.
Yes, October has passed and the spooky show's done, but this rhyming shit is fun. It's just... I did that wrong. I haven't proofread this.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Let's try it again. And that's all I wrote for that for some reason. I thought I had more. But anyway, before we grab the wait a minute. What the? Before we
Who
grab
put a question mark on the teleprompter?
Here it is. Here it is.
I'm Mark Macrina?
I am? Hey, hold on.
What the audience can't see is that you wrote that by hand. So at some point you
No, the sad thing is I didn't. I wrote this part.
Oh, I can see is the back.
I wrote this on the computer at Walgreens. Everybody be quiet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Walgreens.
Now what am I doing? But before we grab our cauldron, cast our spells, and sing a song that even makes the jingle from Halloween 3 say, do dial it back a bit. Yeah. George Lucas was a perv, man.
That's like poetry.
Poetry rhymes. It's a little dirty, so what?